All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites of the Lions Den Camp. We come out every week to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom called America, also known as Babylon in the scriptures. But before we do so, we want to give praises to the Most High and His Son. In the ancient Hebrew, the Lashawan Kodash, and honors to our elders. We say, Kal, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amah. All right, double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders, and Shalom to Akim and Akwatim and children that believe in sincerity and the truth around the four corners of the earth. Somebody grab Proverbs 20 and 22. Let's start off with that. All right.
Proverbs chapter 20, verse 22. Say not thou, I will recompense evil, but wait on the Lord, and He shall save thee.
That's right. So look, the times that we're in, we're living in dangerous times. We're living in perilous times. We're living in a time of persecution. We're living in a time of jealousy and envy, right? And traps. All right. So the Lord told us what? Don't act off of haste. Don't act off of impulse. And He said what? Read that again now. Let's make it. Go ahead, bro. You got it.
Psalms 20 and 22. Say not thou, I will recompense evil, but wait on the Lord.
Right. So don't say you're going to recompense evil. Now, if somebody comes and try to do something to you, you have the right to defend yourself. You know what I mean? But choose your battles wisely. But He said what? Don't say that you're going to do something to somebody. Let the Lord avenge you, man. Because if you're in this truth, you should for sure know that the judgment day is coming. And that the Lord is going to bring judgment on everybody that's on this earth, including the ones that offend you. All right? Psalms 31 and 23. Somebody get that? The little ones. Offend the little ones.
This is Psalms chapter 31, verse 23. It says, "O love the Lord Yahweh, all ye His saints. For the Lord Yahweh preserveth the faithful, and plentifully rewardeth the proud doer."
See that? So we're looking for the Lord to preserve us and to get that reward. What's the reward? Eternal life. What's the reward? Protection. All right. The reward is also spiritual powers, and for the Lord to make us perfect in the kingdom. That's the reward. So if we're both sitting in the same judgment, or the same danger, us and 2/3 that are in this world, we would be in a position of hope. And they would be in a position of what? Of doubt, lacking faith. You know? Willing to do anything to get out of that situation. That's why the Lord called this time that's coming the hour of temptation, meaning a trial period to test you, man. You know, people say they believe in God, well, the Lord gonna test that. Test those statements. He's going to test you to see if you try to get your own vengeance. Are you going to trust that He's the revenger? All right? Go ahead.
It's Matthew 18 and 6.
We're going to get that again.
But whosoever shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depths of the sea.
Right. The Lord said it'd be better for you to deal with, you'd be better off offending the mafia. But that's the type of shit they do. They'll put a chain around you and put you at the bottom of the damn Schuylkill River or the lake. You know what I mean? So the Lord saying it'd be better for you to deal with some shit like that instead of dealing with Him. That He's gonna put you through the ringer. So we gotta know that. So when somebody trespass against us, just know that could be the Lord testing you. What did the Lord say? He said what? Be wise as serpents, harmless as doves, man. You know? All right, so got some more. That's right here.
Verse 7. Woe unto the world because of offenses.
Right, woe unto the world because of those offenses. Not only offenses against us, but the offenses against Yahushua. You see that? Somebody know what it says? I can't word it right, but if they offended you, they offended Him first.
But the world hated you, know that.
Thank you, hated, not offended, hated. Thank you.
Want me to keep going away?
It's Matthew 18:7. Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must need to be that offenses come. But woe to that man whom by the offenses cometh.
See, but woe to that individual. So when the Lord's saying woe to the world, he's talking about to each individual. The Lord has a certain judgment for each specific person, man. You got your names written in the book of life or the book of death. All right? So we shouldn't have to walk around, yeah, you're going to be vexed, but it should be spiritual vexation, not carnal vexation. You know, us being in this truth, we got to learn how to mold that energy, that emotion, that's what it is, energy, emotion. We got to learn how to move that into the realm of spirituality instead of being carnal. All right? Yeah, your mind, your heart's going to meditate terror. But the Lord said, what? Don't speak these things out of your mouth. You know, threats towards another. Know that the Lord's going to avenge you. All right? Somebody got that?
It's John. This is John chapter 15, verse 18. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
See, this is a beef between the Lord and 2/3 of our people and these heathens. All right? They've been risen up as an enemy against him. Imagine all the persecution that he had to deal with. All right? But in the end, what happens when we stand up against tyranny? When we stand up against persecution? The Lord will defend us. All right? But we got to stand up correctly. We got to stand up the way he told us to stand up, in the spirit. All right? Having our loins girded with the spirit of truth. Oh, that was it. Yeah. All right, brother, go ahead.
So this is Exodus chapter 14, verse 13. And Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show you today. For the Egyptians who ye see today, ye shall see them again no more forever.
That's right, man. So what?
Stand still.
What was that, Egypt? Yeah, man. 1446 BC. And that was the Egyptian Empire. Such a vast kingdom. What they used to say to their kings, oh king, live forever. Oh king, reign forever. They thought it was going to last forever. They even tried to revive that kingdom under Pharaoh Necho II. But the Lord said, what? Yeah, the threat's going to come up. But what did he say about Esau? When they come rushing in like a flood, the Lord going to lift up a standard against them. And that threat that they're putting against us, we're not going to see that anymore. You know? So the threat that you see for that moment, man, get out of the way of that and they'll go crash out against somebody else. Or the Lord will judge that person. You know? But judgment is coming and salvation is coming. All right? Look what he did to the Egyptians. Interjection? All right, interjection. Hold it.
All right, this is John chapter 17, verse 14. I have given them thy word, and the world hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world.
See that? That's right, man. So that's why they hate you. Yeah, they might not know what you believe, but in 2nd Ezra, I think it's 15, it's going to be an insurrection against those that the believers in Yahweh. They don't have to know that we're Israelites. They're just going to see that light on you. They're just going to see that on you, see your energy, see your whole demeanor. See you being vexed at how wicked they are when they walking by. The dude switching up the street. You know, that'll make you vexed, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
Verse 15. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world.
Right, we ain't got to run. The Lord ain't trying to, basically saying what? We're built to go through this, man. We got to be spiritual juggernauts. You know, we got to be able to leap over hurdles. We got to be spiritual Olympians, running the marathon.
I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil.
That's right, man. See that? So what happens when you don't have to tell the threat to go away, but the Lord can build you up against that threat? You know, he don't have to remove you out of here. He can make it to the way it was on the movie Matrix. What he say? So you said I'll be able to.
He said he's gonna come to a point where you won't even have to dodge them at all.
Yeah. You won't even have to. You don't even have to dodge them people at the while. See that? All right. So somebody have preachers down here. Go ahead. Finish it. No, let me see that piece off and then I'll.
That is Exodus 14 and 14. The Lord shall fight for you, and you shall hold your peace.
Right, there you go. The Lord shall fight for you. The Lord is going to fight for us, and we're going to hold our peace. Meaning what? Keeping that sound mind, not having to go out and move in haste. You know, we're going to trust in the Lord. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 41:14.
Right, we got to trust that the Lord is going to fight for us, man. We don't know how. We got a glimpse of how, according to the scriptures. But he said he's going to fight for us.
Fear not thy worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel.
Yep.
I will help thee, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel.
Right.
Con, you got it.
Yep. There you go. Let's do it.
Yeah, Con, that's through and everything. The Lord got his elect back. You know what I'm saying? And it started from when he put this truth back into remembrance. You know.
Yep. Yahushua was fighting for us when he went on the cross. He's fighting for us in the spirit, man. He's fighting for us, holding back the winds, Revelation 7, so that we can be sealed. All right? And he said, what? Thou worm, Jacob? A worm is a prey, nothing more.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like prey here. Like we were talking earlier. I don't care what strategy,
Whatever strategy you come up with.
it ain't gonna work unless the Lord involved. That's it, man. You know what I mean? So Esau got this thing lock, stock, and barrel right now. But who got the keys to them handcuffs? Yahushua. All right. So precepts. Let's run that real quick. Mazan didn't do that, bro.
All right, this is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, and verse 30. For we know him that said, vengeance belongeth unto me, I will recompense, saith the Lord. And again, the Lord shall judge his people. And I brought that out to back up the Akim and the elder, man. You know, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to pay back vengeance upon his people and also the wicked, man. Start with the so-called, Caucasians, which are the Edomites of the Bible, man.
That's right, man. All right. Who got it next? Jump right in. Yeah.
This is Psalms chapter 105, verse 15. Matter of fact, 14. It says, he suffered no man to do them wrong, yea, he reproved kings for their sakes, saying, touch not my anointed, and do my prophets no harm. So, Akon, man, and also just to add on in there too, man, Sirach chapter 4, verse 28, all right? Strive for the truth to death, and the Lord shall fight for you, man. So you uphold your end of the bargain for standing firmly for the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, figuratively and literally too, as well, as you can see right now in representation of standing for him and fighting for him too, all right? Verbally, all right? You know, so therefore, hey, if we do that for him, he's going to do the physical part for us, man. Hey, because there's nothing we can do against our enemies that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, they can talk what the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has for them, man. So guess what? We have to be patient, all right? And trust in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and also trust within these scriptures, all right? So it says, touch not my anointed, neither do my prophets no harm. We have to believe in that, man. All right, because why? Hey, guess what? The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, as the brother Mazan just brought out, he's the one that's going to recompense vengeance, man. Hey, he's going to have the end all say all when it comes down to it.
Precept.
God.
Romans 9:17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose, going back to the Egypt thought, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Hey, Con, man. Hey, so, hey, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua raised up Pharaoh just for him to show his power, man. All right. Hey, so guess what? That's the same thing that he's doing with Esau. Hey, Esau, he's turning that heat up on Esau's ass. Hey, it's just like a chain of command. Hey, the CEO get on the supervisor come get on the manager get on the he get on the workers, man. So hey, he's on Esau's ass. So Esau's coming down with that great wrath, Revelation 12:12. So guess what? We gotta trust in what the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua told us, man. You know, because it's Esau coming down with that great wrath. He's not gonna hold back, man. So the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is toughening him up the same way he did Pharaoh, so he can be exalted within this day, all right? Because it's gonna seem like there's no way out, all right, when it comes down to it. But there is, man. That way out is through the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua by trusting in him, man.
There you go.
You know?
And Psalms 31 and 23, precept. Anybody?
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. So just going in onto not fearing the wicked and not fearing Esau's devices and not fearing anything in this realm. The only thing we should truly fear is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And even going into any perilous or tumultuous situation that we're in, there's no reason to fear because we know it's all of the Lord's will.
Revelation 14 and 13. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth.
Right.
Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them.
And their works do follow them. And that's very reassuring because our work and our labor in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, lifting up his name, magnifying him, is much more beneficial not only to our soul but to our bodies, rather than everybody out here that's laboring for vanity, laboring for folly's sake. All right, their works aren't gonna follow them. All right, their works aren't going to truly be accredited when they stand before the Lord in judgment. And he asks, "What have you done to help me? What have you done to exalt me?"
Right, Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. But be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Be faithful unto death. Same way Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, whose Hebrew names are Ananias, Azariah, and Mishael, they were faithful to what they thought was death. You know, they said, you can put us in a fiery furnace, and we're still not going to bow down, even if the Lord doesn't save us. They were prepared to go, not prepared to go. They were willing to go into the fire. They went into the fire, I should say.
Right, man.
And we're saved in the midst of it.
Last one. 2 Timothy 4 and 7. I have fought a good fight. And that's what we're doing right now. We're fighting for the Lord. Fighting a good fight of faith. See that? All right. And I have finished my course. So we all got a course that we got to finish in this life. You know? And just like with Yahushua, it says what? With the death of the testament must come the death of the testator, meaning whoever the story is about. So your story ends when you die. It just starts again in a different story.
Different chapter.
Thank you. A different chapter of the same book.
So now, understanding that,
I don't know what that was in the car. Go ahead, bro.
understanding that, we've been through this before.
Right.
If you know that we've been through this before and we got through it already, so it's just another thing. Like, this is a thing from the past. We've already been prepared for it and we've already been through it. We're at the end of it.
Yeah, the core element is still the same, faith. And, you're either gonna have faith or you're gonna doubt. And there's gonna be deliverance and salvation. There's gonna be judgment. All these things have been upon the earth before. But this is the place of judgment.
And when you talk to people about the scriptures, or about keeping faith in the Lord and follow His commandments, they say, well, those times were different. They had that. No, still the same time. We are still individuals who are striving for righteousness for ourselves and for our nation, and we want to see this wicked kingdom be taken down the same way the people in the old times did. They were individuals who were trying to live righteous to the Lord as they could in this wicked society. They were being ruled by wicked individuals as well.
Right. Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians 10. It says, "There have no temptation taken you, but such as cometh to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able." So kind of going to what Zariah was just saying, it's a different time, but it's still the same thing, meaning the same temptation. Like the same thing, going back to the Daniel point. Even though he said, even if we die, even if it be not so that Yahweh don't deliver us, we're still not going to serve your gods. The same way with Antiochus. Whenever they try to come in, and the same way with Daniel, when they try to get him to eat the king's meat. And it says, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. So with the Lord, we'll be able to bear these things, a way of escape. So what is that? Shows security. That shows that the Lord got us, a mark of exemption.
Hey, come on, man. If I also be add on too, that shows a undeniable faith too. It's just like once you in this thing, it's technically it's like you can't get out. Because if you honestly truly believe in the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you know that that's that way of support that the brother is talking about, man. So anything that is brought upon you, hey, shit, take it cheerful. You know, easier said than done, but hey, at the end of the day, you know that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua got your back, man. Because it's like, hey, shit, if he don't, why am I going through this? You know, hey, shit, why is he putting me through this? You know, and you don't want to go too deep in it, but at the end of the day, you know that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, it may feel like you shit, it may be feeling like you knocked down, but hey, shit, Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, it's like a reprogramming, man. Hey, shit, for the battle that you got coming up, hey, he's just getting you right, tuning you up, tightening your screws, your bolts and everything, man. You know, but you got to trust in that process, you know.
Nah, man, that's the same thing that the elder was talking about, running that course. You know, it's all for the Lord, for the Lord's plan. We just got to run that course in order to see these things, to see the glory, to see, and all that is for glorifying Him.
Okay.
Right. Wisdom of Solomon 3:1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh. So even in death, we're still in the Lord's hands. Look at Stephen. He said when he died, he said to the Most High, he actually, the Most High showed himself to Stephen while he was dying. Stephen saw Yahweh Shai and Yahweh in the heavens. He said, Father, into your hands I place my soul. So in his hands, we're in his hands either way. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, what it is, correct me if I'm wrong, it's Romans or Matthew. It say, what shall separate us from the love of the Lord? Shall height, depth, principality, death, nothing can separate us from the Lord, man. So we know that, hey, shit, whether we fall or whether we stand, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is still going to have us, man. As long as we stay true to his word, man.
The only thing that can separate us from the Lord is the Lord taking us out of his hand and turning his face away from us. And he did that for a time, the falling away. But right now, we're back in his hands and he has his face turned towards us. The day is coming pretty soon, and then this darkness is going to scatter.
All right. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. And they're going from us to be in utter destruction, but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet their hope is full of immortality. That's right.
Hey, honorable death, man, through the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you know. 2/3 and these heathens won't understand that, but hey, that's a righteous death, man. Hey, we all gotta die. It's just at the point of the matter of how we go. Death where's thy sting? Or hey, the same must know it after death after pain, man. Which one you want to go after, you know? Hey, shit, we want to see, hey, death where's thy sting? We don't want to feel that. So therefore, hey, we fall into the hands of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and do the things that are pleasing to him, so that way he'll have our back, you know, in the hour of temptation. And that time of destruction, all right? And our time of calamity, whatever the case may be, famine, pestilence. The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to have our back against our enemies, man. You know?
All right. But it's no real loss. Because even if we die, we're with the Lord, and even when we're here, we still have surety that we're going to see the Lord. So where's the loss?
Speaking the lesson, bro. All right, real quick, let me bring this out real fast. 2 Timothy 4:8, it says, from henceforth, all right, since the foundation has been laid by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, all right, and the disciples, from henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, man. So even if we die in this truth, you know, or what's coming, we know that what? We got a crown of life laid up for us. The Lord will bring you back to life on this earth. Which the Lord, the righteous judge, that way say what? We are judged of no man. We looking to be judged of Yahushua. Shall give, which the righteous judge shall give me at that day, and not only to me, but also unto them that love his appearing. All right? So even to the day, we're the ones that's here that love his appearing. Just like Paul and the rest of the disciples look for Yahushua to return, and Peter. All right, somebody had a precept? That was y'all too, my bad. Yeah, go ahead. I just the one you call. Right
All right, this is Baruch chapter 4 and verse 25. It says, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from Yahweh. For thy enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. So I was just bringing that out, you know what I'm saying, because it's all about a patient patiently for Yahweh shot to avenge us, for all the atrocities that's being placed upon us, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, at the end of the day, Yahweh is gonna allow us to see our enemies fall. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gonna allow us to tread upon our enemies, man, who put hell upon us, man. But we gotta wait until Yahweh come, all right, to redeem us and to give us that say so, man. You know.
Go ahead.
With the book of Psalms, chapter 31 and verse 23, it says, "Oh, love the Lord, all ye his saints, for the Lord preserveth the faithful and plentifully rewarded the proud doer. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart, all ye that hope in the Lord."
Okay.
So come on, man. Basically, man, the Lord, he preserveth the faithful. So the Lord Yahweh Shema is going to come through for us in times of trouble. So though these devils and though these people, these devils hop on these people to come against us, we understand that Yahweh Shema is going to recompense us.
With the part where it says the word is going to strengthen thy heart, you got to remember that the word heart means mind, la'ah. And to strengthen your mind is mean to not be weak-minded like these individuals are. When somebody says something to them, like last night at my job, it was really busy. It was really hectic. And I was like, "Yo, can I get those wings?" He was like, "Yeah, the wings cooking right now." But he didn't say it because he didn't think to say it softly to the waitress, so that way she could be understand of it. He just said it in the midst of tumultuousness, and her weak-mindedness was like, "Oh well, and got an attitude." We have to realize that we have to be strong-minded individuals to be in these times, and also for the times to come, especially for the times to come when all of this is tore down.
This is 2 Corinthians 4 and 16. For which cause we faint not. See that? We don't want to slack up in this work or faint in this truth. All right. But though our outward man perish, you may get sick, you may be stressed out from time to time, you may get some gray hairs, getting old ailments. Our outward man perishing. Yet the inward man is renewed day by day. You can feel your spirit getting stronger and stronger. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's that new righteous man calling out that old decrepit body and shit, trying to be reborn again, man. That's why your body, you can look at it like that, your body being torn down and everything.
That's right. That's right, man. So that's right. Yeah, because this is just. I get it. Real fast. Hold on 1 second now. All right. 1 Corinthians 15 and 37. All right. So 15 and 37 is 1 Corinthians 4 and 17. For our light affliction, this is a light affliction compared to immortality, compared to the spiritual power that the Lord is going to bless us with. This is a light affliction. That's why he said this burden is light. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, this is a moment in time compared to eternity. Like a drop from a bucket compared to a mountain. Working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, man. See, go ahead. Read that one.
1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 37.
Right, maybe 36. Go ahead.
36. Thou fool, that which thou sowest is not quickened except it die.
Right, so these bodies got to die at some point. All right, so either way, we're going to be changed. And these bodies are going to die off, and we're going to have new bodies. Go ahead.
And that which thou sowest not that body that shall be.
Right, so this is not the body that shall be. Go ahead.
But bear grain.
So this is just a precursor to what's coming. All right, it bears the grain of what's to come. Go ahead.
It may chance of wheat or of some other grain.
Right, is it going to be a wicked spirit in that individual, or is it going to be something righteous coming out of that person on the day of harvest? All right, go ahead. So these bodies are like the soil, and the spirit is the grain. The spirit is the seed. All right, and the Lord sowed good seed in the field, and the serpent sowed evil seed in the field. Meaning, talking about the spirit. Go ahead.
But Yahweh giveth it a body as it hath pleased him.
Right, but the Most High has given it, talking about the spirit, that seed, he gave it a body. And it bears the grain of what's to come. And what's to come, superhuman bodies, man, to where we'll be righteous and made perfect. That's coming. You know, but what do our people say? Wherein hast thou loved us? You know, they have no hope. Look at, like a Fat Man Scoop, you know, rest in peace to him. Who was that? I watched the video with him and Lil Jon talking about the, damn, I forgot what K talking about.
Oh, with the slip, boy.
Oh, with.
No!
Zariac effect.
Yeah, the Tazariak. They got the Tazariak. That's a good one. But they were talking about that whole lockdown period, man. But the way they were talking, you could tell it was based around fear and the lack of knowing. But the Lord the Lord gave us insight of what's to come. All right. You got that? Go ahead, bro.
This is Psalms chapter 20, verse 1. It says, the Lord Yahweh hear thee in the day of trouble. The name of the power of Jacob defend thee. Send thee help from the sanctuary and strengthen thou out of Zion. Strengthen thou thee out of Zion.
Right, so the Lord is able to strengthen us, man. All right, even though we're in our weak state, as like you said, like the worm Jacob, the Lord is gonna give us strength.
All right. It says, remember all thy offerings and accept thy burnt sacrifice. Grant thee according to thine own heart and fulfill all thy counsel. We will rejoice in thy salvation. In the name of our power will we set up our banners. The Lord fulfill all thy petitions. Now know I that the Lord saveth his anointed.
Right, his anointed. Who are his anointed? The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're God's chosen people.
What is this?
That's right. You ever heard of the Hebrew Israelites?
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
That's cool. That's cool. But what's your nationality? That's what we got to talk about.
Jesus.
Well, a nation.
Nation. I'm Haitian.
Okay, but the Haitians, now before they were called Haitians, they were called Levites.
Right, I know that.
So we got to go by a nationality. But you said Christian. That's not a nation.
I know it's not a nation.
You should have said Levite.
But that's why I hang with. I hang with Jesus.
Fair enough. All right, so now, what was that? Go
We're
ahead.
at verse 6 on Psalms 20.
Yeah,
All right,
go
verse
ahead,
6 said, now know I that Yahweh saveth his anointed.
right, the Lord going to save the anointed. Those are the ones that the Lord anointed, man. All right. Just like Elijah had to anoint Elisha, just like Yahushua had to anoint his disciples. Those are the ones that's on the truth, in the truth, man. See, that woman's not anointed. If you're a sister and you're in this truth, you got anointed with the spirit of truth. All right, go ahead. That was a perfect example right there.
He will hear him from his holy heaven.
Right, so the Lord is going to hear. I don't want to take the picture. All right. The Lord is going to hear us, man, from his holy heaven, from his throne, and he's able to strengthen us from there. He's able to cause lightning to come down out of the clouds onto the earth from his throne. By his command, he's able to make all these things happen out in space, called space weather, and have it affect the troposphere, the Earth's weather, which would affect the Earth. You know, the outcome upon Earth, man. So he's able to do the same thing with empowering us. You know? Go ahead, brother.
He will hear
She's still mad. Damn.
him from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand.
There you go. So he's able to save you with the saving strength of his right hand, meaning spiritual. He's able to save you with spiritual power, also representing Yahushua. All right, go ahead.
Verse 7. Some trust in chariots.
Right, some people like that, she's trusting in the Christian church. You know, they're going to, why? Because the Christian church got a big building. They got police around it. You know, it look just like the government building. So they trust in the government, they trust in these churches, they trust in money, they think gain is godliness.
Trusting them idiots down there.
They trust in Esau, they trust in these church leaders.
These systems that are created by Esau.
Right, they trust in all of this. All right, go ahead. They go down to Egypt for help. Go ahead.
Some trust in chariot and some in horses. But we will remember the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, our power.
Right, look at Cicero. That damn Hamite that trusted in chariots. He had iron chariots.
Oh yeah, they sank into the mud, right?
They sank Come on, bro. The Most High called it the rain. Who would have thought that? He said, I'm going to deliver y'all from Cicero. But he got iron chariots, though. That was when they started using iron chariots. And the Lord was
He
like,
had
so?
like hundreds of thousands over there.
Yeah, that did. The Lord was like, so I got you. You trust me or not? And the ones that trusted him, the Lord had it rain, and so it started making a lot of mud, and the damn chariots couldn't move.
Wasn't up paperweights at that point.
So now think about that with Esau. You know, the Lord don't have to take us out of here until the missiles hit, because that's the Most High bringing that judgment, that fire. But everything else that Esau got, he said, no weapon formed against thee shall prosper. So they can build it up, but the Lord gonna throw it down. They're gonna have it to where it's no effect on us, man, at some point. All right.
Verse 8. They are brought down and fallen, but we are risen up and stand upright. That was it.
That's right. We're going to be risen up, and we're going to stand up boldly in that salvation. We're going to be upright, meaning righteous. All right. Our ways are going to be pleasing to the Most High. So we're going to be able to have confidence and enjoy that exaltation. Not worried that we're going to fall again in the future. All right. Go ahead, brother.
Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise to the prey.
Yeah, I'm going to hold off on that one. Go ahead, brother.
This basically was going back to the, beginning of the lesson was basically saying Matthew chapter 5 and verse 38. It says, ye have heard that it had been said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on the right cheek, turn to him also the other cheek. Basically, I was holding it, basically going into, not recompensing evil for evil unto yourself, basically. And that was it.
All right.
Psalms 31, 23. This is Psalms 31, verse 23. Oh, love the Lord, all ye his saints.
It's cool. We're going to keep it rolling.
For the Lord preserveth the faithful.
Right, so praise ye the Lord, all ye his saints. If they're not the saints of the Lord in these times, they're not going to be praising the Most High, man. So we shouldn't expect them to. But what? It said, every knee shall bow when Yahweh shows up, and every tongue shall confess it. All right, go ahead.
For the Lord preserveth the faithful, and plentiful rewardeth the proud doer.
Yep, yeah, keep on. We brought this up too. That's crazy. Good.
Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart.
Woo! See that? So the Lord said, be of good courage, man. Be of good courage and stand up to these devils. With the word. You know what I mean? Stand up in the spirit of truth. Don't hide your face anymore. He said, stick out your face from the clefts of the rock. Stand up boldly. He said, then shall the righteous man stand boldly in the face of such that have afflicted him. All right? Go ahead.
And he shall strengthen your heart.
And he shall strengthen your heart. Where's your heart? Your la'ab, your mind. So now the Lord is strengthening us with this truth. But someday he's gonna what? He's gonna what they call that? Spark that pineal gland. I'm thinking of a word, but exalt you. He's gonna exalt your mind, man. It's gonna start there first. See, right now he's doing that now. He told us to what? Put off mortal thoughts and put on the immortal. And he's strengthening our mind. But then when he shows up, he's going to heighten your senses and your conscience. But that's another word I'm thinking of. But he's going to give you those abilities. Amplify your skill, your abilities.
It was, and it's funny you say
I can't
that.
think of the word right now. I ain't even about to
On
try.
movies and TV shows, every time an individual gets power, they're given that power, but they're not given a mindset of power. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is giving us the mindset of a God, pretty much, and then giving us God-like abilities.
Woo. Other than that, we'll be tyrants.
Right.
Just like in the beginning. All right, so
If we have powers right now, we wouldn't be able to properly use them because we still have a somewhat of American mindset to an extent.
we'll try to get the hell out of
Yeah,
here. We will fight when the Lord didn't say fight that battle.
Exactly.
So many people slap.
Yeah. Yeah, heads will roll. Today.
That's right.
Jeremiah 29:11. We'll get some of these scriptures knocked out. Any precepts y'all good to?
Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11.
Yep.
For I know the thoughts that I think towards you.
See, the
Say-
Lord said he knows the thoughts that he thinks towards us. Think about it, man. So if you think that you're not enough, The Lord told you to start walking towards him and he'll build you up. He'll strengthen your heart. So he said, what? He knows the thoughts that he thinks towards us, man. Go ahead.
Saith the Lord, thoughts of peace.
Thoughts of peace. So he wants peace towards us. So he's going to bring that to us. Go ahead.
And not of evil, to give you an expected end.
To give to us an expected end, man. We can trust him. He's not like Esau. You sign the contract and then it ends up bad for you. The Lord said, no, sign this contract and the way he's going to give you your expected end. All right? What's our expected end? Revelations 13 and 10, I think it is. Or was that Revelation 11?
13:10.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. It says, He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
There you go. That's our expected end. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It says, here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
See that? So that's the saints again. And this is their expected end. This is what we're expecting the Lord to do. All right, to protect us, to bring down these devils.
Bro, we've been over here dying over here, bro.
Of course he want to play football. But anyway. Good, man.
I want to see him throw.
Jeremiah 29 and 11.
Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord. Thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you.
See that? So now we're in the time where the Lord, his ears are open to us. What's that? Lord of Sabbath oath? All right, his ears, man, that's another one too. He said, I've heard thee in the time acceptable. That's right. So the Lord is hearing us right now. All right, go ahead, read that again, brother, the last line.
Jeremiah 29 and 12. Then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. And ye shall seek me and find me, when ye shall search for me with all your heart.
That's right, man. So now the Lord has strengthened our heart to where we can search for him, man. To where we know to even be able to search for him. All right. All right, what you got? Right after this. Right after this. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, right after this.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 2. It says, for he said, I have heard thee in a time accepted.
Woo! So now the Lord is accepting our prayers. Now the Lord is accepting our cries. That's why they were able to put us in slavery. Because the Lord had his ears closed to us, because it was punishing us. But they don't know that the Lord, his ears are open to us now. But his name is not Jebus. His name is Yahweh. His son name is Yahushua. All right, we got to stop worshiping these Edomites. Go ahead.
It says, I have heard thee in the time accepted, and in the day of salvation have I succored thee.
Right, so on the day of salvation, the Lord is going to secure us, man. He's going to make us, what, fortified, build you up. That's like a glitch in the matrix, man, that dude, man. All right, so what, he said what, in the time appointed?
It says, I have heard thee in a time accepted, and in the day of salvation have I succored thee.
See that? All right, so now in the day of salvation, now the Lord is going to secure us, man, get us ready for that departure. Go ahead, Doc.
There's two of them. I didn't know which one you wanted. There's more in there. But this one right here says James chapter 5 and verse 4. And it says, behold, the hires of the labor which have reaped down your field, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth.
Right, so who is that? The hire of the laborers. That's all the slavery and building this damn place. We ain't never been paid for that. We got family members, especially here in the South, that got all kind of inheritances, man, but we don't know who the hell they are. I'm a Jackson, so I know they got some inheritances down here. I must be rich. But you know, go ahead.
Our original name was Hemming. So
Hemming Plaza and shit.
that was the real reason why they tore it down.
Yeah. So those devils have held back the payment to our people, 40 acres and a mule. You know, giving us passports instead of letting us go back to our home, keeping the knowledge away from us. All right, go ahead.
This is verse 4 of James chapter 5. And it says, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth.
So the cries of them that have reaped, man, what did we reap from you goddamn devils? This is your love towards us. This is the love of Esau. We reaped all this damn suffering. We drank of that cup that we wasn't supposed to drink of. But he said the ones that have reaped and suffered this shit, the Lord heard our cries now. And they done messed up.
They done fucked up.
They done
Messed
fucked
up.
up. That's right, man. Go ahead, brother. You got more? A little bit more, maybe.
Verse 5, it says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been one time, ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter.
See that? Even now, they nourishing their hearts as in the day of slaughter. As in the day when they invaded us in 70 AD, they did it again here in America. You know? And they're trying to do it again with this New World Order. Depopulation. All right? So that was it. That was it. He heard us. And the Lord of Sabaoth, which means the Lord of armies. All right? And he said, what? His ears are open to our cries now, man. You know what that means?
That's dangerous.
That's dangerous for these people. You know, they used to be scared of the prophets when they see Elisha or Elijah. People would shit their pants in fear. All right, finish this up real quick. You got a piece of
Are you here to wish me well or destroy me?
Yeah. And that's what Paul said. Should I come unto you in love or with a sword?
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
That was it, right? Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Okay. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 10. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people and have sinned against thy soul.
That's Obadiah, chapter 1, where it talk about Esau. The shame is going to cover them. You see that? So the Lord is creating Esau to being who they need to be. The devil, the deceiver, the afflictor, the oppressor, the mystery of iniquity. You know, the enemy. So they had their actions create who they are in this story called life in this matrix. It's the actions. You have to act it out. That's why you have the book of Acts. Go ahead.
Verse 11 says, for the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it.
Right. That's all these little slave statues, slave master statues. They got Andrew Jackass down there.
What's the name? Kingsley Plantation.
Kingsley Plantation. Still got the plantations here. Made museums out of them.
Esau love going there too.
What else?
In Georgia, they didn't make museums. Now they bought them houses. People bought them houses. They
people
living in them.
Yeah, they
They
private.
live in them like Timaquan Preserve.
Timaquan. They got preserves. See that? They making money off of it, man.
Movies,
So-
postcards, all that.
All that, man. All the movies. The movies is crazy. The slave movies.
Then they tell you,
got a
don't,
precept?
then they tell you,
Maybe both of y'all can hear it.
but they can make money off of it.
Yeah, they made money off of that, man. But now, so with that being said, all these things are a witness against them devils.
Right.
See, even their riches are a witness against them. That they're the rich man that's going to be in hell in the kingdom.
I just watched an interview with LeVar Burton with Lawrence Fishburne, and he said the chains that he wore in the movie Roots, the chains that he hangs them over his mantle in his living room.
They saw that he mad.
Yeah, he mad. He looks at it because that's how much. And then he said he went from Kunta Kinte to reading to people's children, and then he said to maintaining the integrity on people's favorite spaceship. And he said he wants all his guests to come out into his house. Like he's became the most like loved man, black man on the so-called black man on the earth in America, right? But he wants his guests that comes into his house, especially the different colored ones, to understand and know the rage that he holds inside.
I'm about to say, he had to get his name changed to Toby. For him to be like so praised here in America.
Right.
He had to get his name changed to Toby.
Yeah, playing that character. Right.
He
So
changed his real name to Toby?
No, I'm talking in the movie.
in the movie, yeah. So there's a lot of anger and resentment that Jake feels, and the Lord's going to avenge that for his elect.
Centuries worth of.
But check this out. The Lord is so, man, he's going to even let 2/3 get back. When these race wars break out, oh man, Jake's going to be, you going to let Jake loose?
That's what that's about. When you we didn't go into it though. Judas. That's what that's talking about. It's an allegory. It's a true story that happened, but when it was written during the Greek Empire about what happened during the time of Nebuchadnezzar, at the time we're talking about.
Yeah.
It was used as an allegory of what the Maccabees was about to do. That's why they try to disregard Judah. The story of the two women that went in there with their Syrian, and they played sweet with him, and then they cut off his head.
Yeah.
That's the story of us someday being in this society, and then Judah and gonna be in the neck of his enemies. The Lord gonna use Judah. Judah is a female way of saying Judah. To take the sister Judah, the sister Israel.
Yeah.
Judah, Hannah. That really happened though.
Yeah.
But it's spiritual. It's an allegory of what we're going to do today in these times.
That shows how beautiful the Lord is, man.
Poetic.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was watching a movie called Hercules, and his false dad killed his real mom, and so he was battling his stepdad, and as he was about to kill him, he stopped, and I was like, what the hell? Why he stopped from killing? And then he put his weapon down.
Unalive him.
It's like unalive, and he pulled out his mother's dagger, and then slew the man. Unalive. I'm about to say slew. Yeah, people know about slew, but then he slew him, and that was the poetic way of him slaying that man, because he didn't want to do it with his weapon. He wanted his mother's weapon to do it. So it was the poetry behind it. The same way the scriptures say that everything was written before time was written for our learning. So the same way you just said Judah, Hannah.
Yeah, and what did you say? Hercules. That's the story of Samson.
And another thing, I forgot what I was watching, but it might have been Fallout, but it was somebody going to avenge the death of their father, right? And he said, well, if you got your mind set on vengeance and get back, he said you might as well dig two graves, one for the person that you're going to kill, and one for yourself. So that's why we gotta wait upon the Lord, you know what I'm saying, until He rises up against the prey.
Right. We're still on Jeremiah 29:11, all the way to 14. No, we'll get his precept first, and we'll go right back into it.
This is just Zephaniah 3:8. Therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord, until the day I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation.
Right, that's the determination of the Lord. So
my bad.
And if we try to take vengeance ourselves, we ain't doing nothing but getting in the way of that. If we think we can do something, let the Lord, that's His determination. He don't want to get them one, He want to get them all at once. So He gathering everybody up, because He gonna pour His vengeance down on all of His enemies. And any enemy to us is an enemy to the Lord, man.
All right, go ahead, bro.
This is Romans 12. This is Romans 12:19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, but that's pretty much the point, man. So the vengeance is the Lord's, man. It's not our vengeance, man. It's his vengeance, man. So we just do the work until it's time for us to be called up.
That's it, man. He got us. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Even if you were to read that last part, if our enemy thirst, give them water or whatever. But if you're understanding that, like the Lord will get pissed off if you're sitting there still trying to be, don't be nice, because nice is naive. Be kind. You still have to set boundaries. But if you know what I'm saying, the more you do that, the more they try to persecute, that they pouring hot coals on top of their own head. And that's scripture, man. That's the Lord saying, okay, the Lord gonna look at it. You have raised your hand as such that be at peace with thee.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was that. All right, quick. This is James chapter 1, verse 1. Chapter 1, verse 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of Yahweh. So, plain and simple, the wrath of man worketh not the will of Yahweh. All right? So there's no reason to move off of emotion. There's no reason to dwell on your emotions and move off of them. All right, there's no reason to do that. Even more so, not even wrath. I think it was Peter, when Yahweh was telling the disciples that he was about to get crucified. Peter said, "No." The scripture said that he rebuked Yahweh, and Yahweh said, "Get behind me, Satan," because then Yahweh rebuked him. All right, and he said, "Get behind me, Satan," because what Peter wanted, his will didn't work with the will of Yahweh.
Yeah, Peter wanted Yahweh not to die.
Right, right,
He didn't want him to go through that. But
right.
But Yahweh was like, yo, you get the hell out of here, man.
Right.
Far from thee.
Yeah, we got to do this.
Right.
That's like a lot of your family members probably don't want you to teach. You know, don't go out. You got to go out there again. Why you standing out there in the sun? You know they can lock y'all up. Somebody said something about some Christian dude that called out GMS or something?
Yeah, he said to the Hebrew Israelites,
That's loud, y'all, for the camera.
Salaki, he said to the Hebrew Israelites, y'all, we need to come out of this cult and turn back to Chibas, you know, because what we teach and what we believe in is not right, but we teach and believe in this, and when you use this and you gauge everybody else, you find out that they don't line up with this. But that's what he was saying. He was basically telling us to stop preaching, telling us to stop being out in the highways and the byways, stop being obedient to the Lord, and put off our righteous garments and put back on that bull crap that we was once part of, so you won't rattle the cage.
Yeah. So they really want to get rid of Yahweh.
For real.
You know? They said call the Holy One of Israel to see. Yep. So
You want to get that?
yeah. So Yahweh. And by getting rid of Yahweh, they want to get rid of the light. Because the light is what is going to judge them. You know? So they're like, yeah, go ahead, brother.
You finish your point?
No, you good.
This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 9. This is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
So boom. So the Lord said he know their hearts. So they can act all willy-nilly with us and uppity. You know, they may have certain levels of jobs. You know, brothers got jobs, but I'm saying they may have a certain status in the society or in their family, you know. But he said, what? The Lord know their heart, and this is what's in their heart, man. But if they can't understand this truth, something ain't right with them. The Lord already prejudged them. Go ahead.
Which say to the seers, see not.
Right, so how can we listen to them?
Right.
Why should we be ashamed in this, we say in this game's perverse generation? How can we be ashamed amongst this perverse ass generation, man? To stand for the Lord, to stand for righteousness.
Generation of vipers.
Right, how can we take advice from them?
I'm about to say, case in point, what's your nationality? Jeebus.
Thank you. End the conversation with that. Yeah.
We're supposed to agree with that. But basically, she was really saying this.
You're saying this.
Verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy a deceit.
They wanted to tell them the deceits, man. So they can make, so it can make them feel good. Like Holly Berry, make it feel good.
Right. They just like who was making her feel good in the movie?
No, go there. Esau.
Verse 11. Now this is what the old Christian pastor was saying. Get ye out of the way, turn aside out of the past, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
So look, they want you to stop going on the straight path in the one direction. They want you to go in all these damn different directions to get to one destination. All these are different directions. These are all doors. We all represent a wide open door that leads to one direction. All right, these right here leads to many paths that lead you to the same destruction.
Hey, it's like that one MC Hesher painting that has all those stairs that lead to nowhere. It's like a huge gymnasium full of stairs that lead to nowhere. That's what that is.
Right, man.
Or the shit that's in Harry Potter with the stairs, and you walk up, and you just come right back down, and you walk back up again. You try to go down, and you come up from the upstairs.
Yep.
Fucking leads to no fucking where. It's a bottomless bullshit staircase.
That wrong room, when you open the door, go out the door, you end up back in the same room.
Yeah. All right. You had a precept out?
I was going to get this out of, this is 2 Samuel chapter 6, just to back up the point. It says, then David returned to bless his household. This was after the ark, I believe the ark was returned to Jerusalem. It said, then David returned to bless his household, and Michal, the daughter of Saul, came out to meet David and said, how glorious was the king of Israel today, who uncovered himself today in the eyes of the handmaids of his servants as one of the vain fellows,
Yeah, she disrespected me.
shamelessly uncovered himself. And that's what our family members say to us. You know, how you going out there, on, you know, out to the park or wherever we might go, and be out there yelling and speaking to the people and calling them out, this, that, and the third. They don't want us to do that. It said, verse 21, and David said unto Michal, it was before the Lord Yahweh which chose me before thy father and before all his house to appoint me ruler over the people of the Lord Yahweh over Israel. Therefore will I play before the Lord, and I will yet be more vile than thus.
See that? Look, he danced so much his pants fell down. That's how happy he was by winning against the Philistines.
Right.
You know, winning that battle over against the Philistines. And yep, same thing, bro, because we dancing today. We're dancing to the tune, the music, the song that they can't hear. And they're like, why y'all dancing like that? What you celebrating?
Downfall of America, baby.
He said, I would yet be more vile, man. I'm going to show out even more. I'm going to do even more what these damn heathens and two-thirds hate. You know? They call evil good and good evil. So what you call evil, we're going to continue to do that, which is this truth, righteousness, man. They hate the light. You know? That was your point, brother?
That was the point.
Okay. Go ahead, Doc. You got one? You got?
This is First Peter chapter 2, verse 9. It says, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praise of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. So just going on, we are that chosen generation today, and ultimately our purpose is to go out on the highways and byways and show forth our light, for Yahweh Shema Shah, not, you know, lollygag.
They say you can't hide the light under a bushel. A city that is set on the hill cannot be hid. You know? So yeah, man, that's a good precept. And that's what we're supposed to be doing in these times, standing for the Lord so we can receive that reward, which is the kingdom. The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Israelites. All right? Precept, go ahead. All right.
This is the backup point that's Quan made earlier about our people being gainsaying and you know, having a problem with us doing this work. This is Romans chapter 10, verse 21. This is but to Israel he said, all day long I have stretched forth my hand.
Right, and we represent that hand that's stretched out. We're not supposed to be a fist, stretched out, punching people in the face, being tyrannical like some of these cats out here are.
Toting guns at camp.
Toting guns at camps, you know. But we're supposed to be out here what? As the Lord stretched our hand, reaching for the people, reaching for the elect to come in. Go ahead.
This is but to Israel he said, all day long I have stretched forth my hand.
Right, that's what the Lord's patience. Go ahead.
Unto a disobedient and gainsaying people. So the Lord has stretched out his hand all day long for a disobedient and gainsaying people. They're hard-headed. Our people living in dysfunction, sin, if you want to call it that, because they're living contrary to Yahweh Shema Shah. So that's dysfunction. And then also they're gainsaying. They talk trash. They wish that we wouldn't do what we're doing. They wish that we would speak the words of Yahweh Shema Shah. So they talk trash. They speak evil of what's right. And like the elder was saying, they call evil good and good evil. So they don't want to live according to Yahweh Shema Shah. So not only do they live in dysfunction, they're also living in denial. Denial of what? Yahweh Shah. Denial of what he did for our people.
Right. That's right, man. All right, let's run it. I'm trying to get back to this lesson too. Let's run down the line. Go ahead, Kyle.
This is First Peter chapter 3 and verse 15. But sanctify the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asks us.
We're supposed to do different than this world is doing. This world don't care about Yahweh Shah. They don't care about Jebus, the fake God. His true name is Yahweh Shah. All right. So what he said? What? Sanctify the Lord in your heart. See that? They're what the Lord said, treat not my name in vain. That means to treat his name like he's not important, and that's what they're doing. For us, we're separating the Lord in our heart. All right, go ahead.
All right, this is First Peter 3:15. But sanctify the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asks of you a reason of the hope that is in you, with meekness and fear, having a good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you, as of evildoers, that may be ashamed, that falsely accuse your good conversations in a Mashiach. And hey, we bring it out because hey, they're going to be ashamed in the day. They're going to know a prophet was among them.
Right, it said what? The accuser of our brethren about to be cast down. So
Come.
the ones that speak evil against us, and 2/3 of our people are of their father the devil.
Mm-hmm.
He's a liar from the beginning, so they believe his lies.
Come.
So that's why they're saying the same thing to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But the Lord said what? What did it say again?
He says, for every man that acts of you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear, having a good conscience,
There you go.
that whereas they speak of evil of you
They speak
as of
evil.
evildoers,
Yeah, false accusations. Right?
they may be ashamed that falsely accuse your good conversations in the Mashiach. And the good conversations is the scriptures that we bringing out, calling the people to repentance. The
Right.
so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans.
Right. Keep that power, y'all, so we don't fall asleep out here, y'all. Come on. All right, go ahead. That was my precept. That was it? All right, go ahead.
Spirit, bro.
Go ahead, precept.
Hey, it's lucky. That's like, hey, think about somebody asking you, hey, why do you have patience in the Lord? Why are you waiting for the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man? Keep that in the back of your mind. Hey, shit, waiting because I want to get on somebody's ass that I can't do according to my own, but we have to wait to the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua in order to be able to do so. Because there's nothing we can do against our enemies, all right, hey, that we'll be able to get away with it, man. Why? Because we're living within their system, all right? Job 90:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So therefore, hey, shit, we got to wait until the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua make his return so he can take them out of the way so they can definitely, that they won't be that hegemony anymore, man. Starting with Esau, all right, with all the rest of the heathens.
Because earlier I was speaking with the brother Yahweh and he was giving me this great story of this old movie that he was talking about. And it was about a man's father. He left all his life and the kid had a temperament. And they was teaching the child to control your temperament until his father get back. And then it was something about a contest where the dad came back and shot a bow and arrow through 7 hoops, and then he came up out of the road, and it was the boy's father and the son remember what they was teaching him, like, yo, contain your temperament until your father get back. As soon as his father got back, man, it was raising hell. And that's the same thing that we got to do now. It's according to the Lord's vengeance. The Lord said it. He said in Psalms 148, he said, we're going to bind their kings and fetters of chains, and we're going to do according to and execute the judgments according to his heart. So whenever the Lord comes back, we're going to have the mind of him to execute his judgment and his will and do it according to his anger. You know?
Because that's fearful for anybody that's opposed to the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Even if the Lord, doesn't give us, well, he will, but if he didn't give us spiritual powers, them seeing Yahushua come down and knowing that they have the same mindset as that individual is just as dangerous. Just as fearful for them. So.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 40 and verse 1. It says, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry, because I was dealing with a situation this week where Esau went in my woman's wallet and stole $750. So it had me in a heated mindset, and it had me in kind of a heated mindset, but I had to move according to wisdom. When it's all said and done, what it says, and he brought me up also out of a horrible pit, out of a miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock and established my goings. Right, and that horrible pit and that miry clay would have been me, going and trying to basically avenge myself, and would have fell into a trap and would have ended up, going to jail or whatever the case may be, having to spend more money, when I could just let the situation go and let Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua have it, handle the situation himself. It says, and set my feet upon a rock and establish my goings. And that's what Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua do for his elect. He set our feet upon that rock, being Yahweh Shah. He established our goings and caused our feet to walk, on every good path when it's all said and done with.
Which is way more dangerous for these devils. That's
say,
way more dangerous.
It says your feet was in clay. I don't know if anybody has ever walked on clay, but it's a very, very hard walk to do. It's either very, very slippery or your feet sink and you can't walk. And the fact that the scripture said that the Lord picked them up out of that and put them on a rock. It's a beautiful analogy, and it's a very beautiful thing, because the Lord did that for us, and he's going to do that for our entire nation pretty soon.
Right, man. All right. That gave us balance. They gave us foundation,
Bearings.
purpose, right? Safety. Zechariah 12 and 8. Safety from the floods.
Zechariah chapter 12, verse 8. In that day shall Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
So in that day, so he's talking about now, you know, because we're in the time of the present. So now he's going to defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. All right, go ahead.
And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David.
See that? So the feeble, you know, the ones that come into the truth last, even them, or the ones you think might be the weakest ones, they're going to be as King David in that day. And what did King David do? Yeah, it said
Saul slew his
Saul had
thousands.
thousands and King David hit 10,000. You know?
That was a song. That was a real song with like a verse and a chorus that everybody thought that land knew.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
And the house of David shall be as power, as Yahweh, as the angel of the Lord Yahweh before them.
Right, so what? He said what? And read that again?
And the house of David, I'll read it verbatim. And the house of David shall be as God.
Right, so the house of David is going to be like God. What did it say about Moses? He said Moses was made a God before men. But the Most High was using Moses like a puppet. He said, go over here and raise that staff up over the water. And hit that rock. But people seeing it, you know? So they're looking at the power of it. All right, but that's what's coming. Go ahead. The Lord's going to make us gods in front of these men. Powers on this earth.
As the angel of the Lord before them.
So we're going to be as angels, as messengers of death. Right? And messengers of light. Before all these nations and before 2/3 of our people. Yep, go ahead, brother.
Verse 9, and it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem.
Woo! So now the Lord is seeking to what? To destroy all these nations. He said what? My determination is to gather the nations.
They don't read that in church.
Right. All right, so he said what? What did it say? What did they say in church? John 3:16. He came to save the whole world, but that's not what the scripture said. He said all nations outside of their elect. Go ahead.
And I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and of supplications, and they shall look upon me whom they have pierced.
Let's go back. Let's break all that down.
And I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and of supplications.
Right, so he's going to pour upon us the spirit of grace. These are all the things that were promised to King David. Not just spiritual power, but the spirit of grace, spirit of supplication, the sure mercies of David. Go ahead.
And they shall look upon me whom they have pierced.
And we're going to see Yahushua. Think about that. Be able to see him in person without dying. Be able to look right at him. You know? We're going to see Yahushua with everybody else too. Let's get that. Revelation 1 and 7. That was it? All the way to 10? All right. Yeah, good.
And
Revelation 1 and 7 first.
Oh, yes.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him.
Right. So, yeah, he's coming with the clouds. The clouds of heaven. That Esau called UFOs. The Lord is, we got to go back to the basics, you know, from time to time. But the Lord is what? He said he's coming with the clouds of heaven, man. You getting that? The Lord is among them. Yep. All right. All right. That's good. Yeah, we good. Take care of yourself. Lord is among them. All right, 1 second. Now you good. Just hold yours. Where's that? Let me know y'all got it. 10,000, the angels of the Lord.
All right, this is Psalm 68 and 17. The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels.
Right. We don't trust in horses and chariots of men. We trust in the Lord's chariots. And he said, under thy wings shalt thou trust. Go ahead. And these are the Lord's chariots to carry his royalty around. That's right, man. His precious jewels, man. His chariots. Go ahead.
Getting jewels off the earth from. Right. This is it says Psalm 68 and 7. The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord Yahweh is among them as in Sinai in the holy place.
Just like in the deliverance from Egypt, now we're being delivered from the second Egypt. And Yahweh he said that almighty word leaped down out of thy throne from heaven into a land that's barren and desolate. They're talking about Egypt. So he's going to send Yahweh again into this land that's barren and desolate, America, the second Egypt. All right. And he said what? Revelations 1:7.
It's Revelations 1:7.
Yeah, we're gonna go right back to you.
Behold, he cometh with clouds.
So the Lord Yahweh is going to come with the clouds. And somebody said, get that. I think in Revelations, maybe 20, 21 or something. We'll talk about maybe 19. Where it talks about they're going to follow him upon white horses. You know what I'm talking about?
That's 19.
That's 19? I'm getting close, man. Getting there, boy. That's like a sheesh.
Flash call.
Get back to that. I'm probably gonna have time for it.
14.
Let me get back to that. Yeah, go ahead. Somebody.
This is Revelation chapter 19 and verse 14. And it says, and the armies which were in heaven followed him.
Go one more.
Come on.
White horse. Verse 11.
Verse 11. It says, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and his righteousness he doeth judge and make war.
There you go. Go ahead.
His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Yahweh. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
They were in heaven. They were in the fourth dimension. Now they come into the third dimension. Woo, angelic beings, man. They're coming. They're gonna pull up. The cavalry is coming. You wanna get it? You wanna get it? Second Maccabees 5. Yep. Where it say the apparitions. That's right, man. He said what? What is that last part?
It says, verse 14, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
Man, we got armies out there. You know, we got armies around us, man. The angels of the Lord encampeth around them that fear Him, that fear Yahweh. Go ahead, brother.
Second Maccabees chapter 5 verse 1. And about the same time, Antiochus prepared his second voyage unto Egypt.
Right, his second voyage was in 168 BC. His first voyage was 169 BC. All right, the second one was 168. Go ahead.
All right.
He started ruling in 170. Right.
And then it happened that through all the city, for the space of almost 40 days, there were seen horsemen running in the air.
So these were horsemen. They didn't look like, they didn't have 4 heads and shit. You know, wobbling around up there while they riding a damn horse. And it wasn't a damn nag that they had either, Pegasus.
It says,
This is a chariot of Yahweh. Go ahead.
there were seen horsemen running in the air,
Right, a vehicle.
and clothed of gold and armed with lances.
Right, because the angels don't have to ride in the chariots, they can ride upon the chariots too. They're like thrones. That's what we got to understand. All right.
Like Cloud and Dragon Ball Z, when he rode upon the cloud.
Yeah.
And even more so, you had to be pure of heart to ride upon the cloud.
Yeah. So go ahead.
All right, it says,
Flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of heaven.
like a band of soldiers.
Like a band of soldiers. I'm gonna, so what? He said like a band of soldiers, man. Those armies that were in heaven, they're gonna be back here again, and they're set up to do what? Let's get that. Zechariah 1 and what did it say? To fray them.
Zechariah 1.
Yep. Go ahead, brother. You can finish reading.
All right, it says, verse 2, and troops of horsemen in array.
Troops, man. So they had different ranks and classes of it. You know, soldiers and troops and ranks, and it was in order. Go ahead.
Encountering and running one against another.
Running one against another. What's that? That goes into your V formation, being in formation with each other. I'm gonna do a lesson on that tonight. That's part of my lesson tonight. I get more detail on it. Huh?
The myrtle tree, the red horse.
Yeah, but then it's a little further down.
Zechariah chapter 1 verse 21 to my freedom, right?
Yeah.
It says, then said I, what come these to do? And he spake, saying, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, so that no man did lift up his head.
There you go. These are the horns. get that. No. These are the horns. They have what?
Which have scattered Judah.
See, these are the ones that the Lord used to scatter us. All these nations, these are the 4 horns. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, go ahead.
So that no man did lift up his head.
So these are the ones that kept us in subjection, right? When the Lord was punishing us. The Lord used them to keep us down. Go ahead.
But these are come to fray them.
But these, what are those? These are come to what? The word fray means to put them to flight, to scare the shit out of them. All these kingdoms. So the angels over many times have been sent to deliver us, man. Just like during the time of the Greeks. That's what we're reading about. Right? Just like during the time of the Greeks, right? The apparition, right? Yeah.
And it says to cast out the horns of the Gentiles.
Right. So these angels, right, that look like Israelites out in the heavens, the Lord created them to cast out the rulership, the exaltation of these heathens, to put them down. That's Revelation 7. They're the ones holding back the destruction. Go ahead.
Done. And it says, which lift up their horn over the land of Judah to scatter it.
See that? All right, so that's right, man. So we got defenders. We got a cavalry. The cavalry is coming. All right, brother.
All right, it says, and verse second Maccabees 5 and 2, 3, and troops of horsemen in array encountering and running one against another with shaking of shields and multitude of pikes and drawing of swords and casting of darts and glittering of golden ornaments.
Right, that was a military drill. You know, that was a military drill, man, and a threat. That's just like Russia doing in Cuba. To pose a threat to America. You know, but if you see a chariot, you might see a chariot passing over you.
Yeah.
Or flickering, you know, something.
Yeah.
Just to show you, I'm gonna come get you soon. I'm gonna come protect you.
But to these nations,
They gonna scare the shit out of their cows and their animals and shit. They try to take my cows.
All right. Verse 4. Wherefore every man prayed that the apparition might turn to good.
See that? So these bands of soldiers, these soldiers that's out in the heavens, that's coming here from the 4th dimension to this 3rd dimension, they're gonna look like ghosts to these damn idiots. You know? He said, what? They were praying. Who they were praying to?
I don't know.
Who the hell they were praying to? who the hell Antiochus gonna pray to after he tried to kill us to eat pork? He's like, please, Lord, that's what they're gonna try to do.
He ended up praying to Yahweh in the end, though.
Look at Cain and Abel. You know, look at Esau, man. Please give me a blessing. What did the rich man?
carefully with tears.
No, he started carefully with tears.
Mm-hmm.
What else? The rich man in the hell. Mm-hmm. See that? Please, Lord, I'm sorry. Please send Abraham. Please send one of the elect that are in the promise to come. You know, have some mercy upon me. You're a merciful God, I thought.
Yeah, that's the spirit of Esau. Like how the.
That's what you thought?
Sorry.
Show mercy unto you, I will show mercy.
Bro, you funny, bro. So, going back to when the Most High punished Cain for killing Abel. He's like, my punishment is too much to bear, but you slew your brother, man.
Yep.
Come on, man. You think you're supposed to get a slap on the wrist for that?
He's going to show you mercy.
Right.
He's going to take you out your misery.
Take you out your misery.
Yep. All right. Where was that?
Zechariah 12.
I read the first, second Maccabees. It's going to lead right back into the.
Back in that? Okay, good.
Zechariah chapter 12, verse 10. And I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
Yeah, Amos 9. Let's get that real quick. Right, because the house of David is back. The Lord is rebuilding the house of David right now as we speak, man. That's right. Where it say the tabernacle? Yep, 9 and 8, 9 and 11, I think.
This is Amos chapter 9 and verse 11. In that day
Getting it today, yeah.
will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
Right, man. So look, there you go. There you go. I'm gonna get that real quick. Let me get that real fast. Damn. If I can't find it, I ain't worrying about it.
Right.
There you go. Isaiah 52 and 1. Somebody get that, please. Isaiah 52 and 1. All All right, what did he say? He's going to close up the breaches thereof. So now the tabernacle of David is being built spiritually. Spiritual house? That's in Peter? Built up a spiritual house?
Isaiah.
I need these two. Right? Yeah.
52:1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city, for henceforth there shall no more come unto thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
Come into these.
All right, this is Isaiah 52:1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city.
Right, we be like, what if I do that, man? You know, Jake, 2/3 gonna copy us and try to mess it up for us again. The Lord like, no, do it this time. I got y'all. I got y'all this time. Go ahead. He said, I'm gonna close up the breaches thereof so that this won't happen. Go ahead.
For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
See that? So the Lord so they gotta have circumcision of the heart now. So if they're not cut off from this world, the Lord said they're not gonna be in the circle of the elect. All right? They're not gonna be part of the tabernacle of David that's being built. Go ahead, brother.
This First Peter chapter 2 and verse 5, and it says, ye also, as lively stones, are built up spiritually house.
Right, the Lord is building up La Familia. Es a Cristo no Blanca. Blanco. El nombre es Yahushua.
Es el nombre del hijo, ¿sabe?
That's right. You got the rest. You got this conversation, bro. That's right, man. How you say repent, you know?
Repente.
No, I'm serious. Go ahead and if you need to.
Con.
Repent.
Repente.
All right, so let's keep going.
And holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifice, acceptable to God by Yahushua Mashiach.
That's right. So the Lord is building up a spiritual house, man. He's building up that spiritual tabernacle of David. All right, that spiritual house of David. But he said what? There shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and unclean, man. So 2/3 can inherit this. They're gonna get it on the flip side, on the back end. You know? So where was that? Zechariah. Let's finish that real quick. Yeah, Zechariah 12:8 all the way to 10.
He was on 10.
I think he was done with 10, right?
No, I had a little bit more.
You might be right in the middle of breaking it down. He didn't
12.
finish it off.
Okay.
Con.
All the way to 10. Somebody get 10?
This is
You got it.
This is Zechariah chapter 12 verse 10, and I will pour upon the. Huh?
Check your phone real quick.
Make sure they're live.
Con. Should be straight.
Bear with us. We're just checking to see if the internet on.
Yeah.
Just get the
where's my phone?
Well, yeah. We live? Loading? Yeah, we live. We live?
Okay.
Okay, we still live.
All right, this is Zechariah chapter 12 verse 10, and I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and of supplication, and they shall look upon and they shall look upon on me whom they have pierced, and they shall mourn for him as one mourneth for his only son.
Right, somebody get that Revelation 1:7 again? All right.
It's Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
See, that matches up perfect with that scripture. You know, so and they're gonna wail. We're gonna be crying out too, seeing the Lord, man. The one that they pierced and killed. You know, and 2/3 they're gonna be crying out when they see him as well, because they're gonna realize like, damn.
I fucked up.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. That's what that is. All right. They're gonna say they have erred from the way of truth, man, and they're gonna feel that destruction.
Wake up the shame.
That's right. 1 John 3 and 2. That's right. Any points y'all go ahead. 1 John 3 and 2.
1 John chapter 3, verse 2.
Right. Isaiah 55 and 1, all the way to 3.
It says, behold, now are the sons of Yahweh.
No. Go ahead, read that again, brother.
Oh, Shalak, it says, beloved.
Huh?
now are we the sons of Yahweh.
Right, so now we become what? Close to the Lord again, basically. Becoming his sons again, man. By being in the truth, yo. We have a chance to be the sons of Yahweh. He said what? Those that serve the Lord must serve him in spirit and in truth. So we can be connected to him. Go ahead, brother.
It says, beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh, and it doeth not yet appear what we shall be.
Right, so it does not appear yet what we shall be, see? But it bear grain of it. We bear the grain of what we shall be. This is beauty that we're doing right now. That we say, put on that strength, put on that beautiful garment. All right, so we bear the grain of the spirit of Yahweh Shai. That's the grain of what's coming, man. Just like when we saw Yahweh Shai when he was walking the earth, he bear grain of what he was going to become. And look what he became. So we bear grain doing this work of what we shall be, man. Think about that, you know? Go ahead.
It says, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him.
Right, what did he say? That last scripture, he said what? We're going to look upon him and see him. And be wailing out, crying out, like over somebody's son that was born, a lost son. All right, so this goes hand in hand with it. He said what? Go ahead up.
It says, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him. For we shall see him as he is.
See that? So we're going to see Yahweh Shai, man. But what is he going to be doing? So to be able to look at Yahweh Shai is power in itself. Look what happened to John the Revelator. When he saw Yahweh Shai, he passed out. And he said, I fell on the floor as one that was dead. And then the angel touched him and had to give him strength. So what do you think the Lord is going to give us to be able to look at him? Strength. Right, he's going to put on strength for us so we can look at him and talk to him. I ain't probably going to be talking. He ain't saying shit. Sound like the motherfucker, yeah.
I know.
Because, you know, it's going to be like being in a room with a lion. He's going to have that energy on him. Like the Punisher. He beareth not the sword in vain, man. You know, somebody, the destroyer of a soul, he can destroy a soul and put you in slavery.
He ain't just gonna kill you. Be like, all right, your soul will go to the Father. You cease to exist.
If he choose to. If he choose to, it can happen. All right. So where was that? 55 and 1? 55 and 1 all the way to 3. Yep.
Isaiah chapter 55
Yep.
and verse 1.
Yep,
Ho,
reading too.
everyone that thirsty, come ye to the water.
Right, so the Lord is calling out. He said, I stretched out my hand all day. He said, everybody that thirsted, except for you, Esau. You know? Everybody of his people. That's who his voice is to. All right, and mainly of the elect. Go ahead.
And he that have no money.
Yeah, you don't have to have money like in these churches. In the churches, what's that? Baptist?
First Baptist.
No, First Baptist specifically. You gotta have a certain.
downtown.
You gotta be in a certain tax bracket to go to their church.
And you got to set up direct deposit.
Yeah, but the Lord said what?
Isaiah 55 and 1. Ho, everyone that thirsty, come ye to the waters.
Yep.
And he that have no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yeah, come. Buy wine and milk without money.
Buy wine and milk without money. You gotta go to the store. You don't have to go to the store and buy it. I got you, brother. You don't have to get food stamps. You know? You don't have to go get the Mickey Vicky to get it. You know that. You know, the Lord said, what? Come buy it without money. Man, you don't have nothing that you can give to him, man. This is a gift. This is called grace. All you gotta do is just show up and be a willing body. Yes. Pay attention, man.
That's the beauty of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Rather than men putting their, hold on a second. Rather, I say fine, I ain't gonna lie. But rather than men putting their egregious rules on how you're supposed to follow Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, but it's all you need is faith and hope, and then following the lifestyle that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai left through his law, statutes, and commandments. It's very, very simple. But man likes to confuse it and profane it. So like,
He made it so simple to where we don't have to go through rigorous training like Navy SEALs to get on the battleground to. He said the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. So if it's not carnal, it's all spiritual. You know where's the burden in that? You know, it says his yoke is easy and his burden is light. You know, he even asked of you to have just as much faith as a mustard seed. You know what I'm saying? So where's the drawback?
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna realize we ain't do nothing. We ain't
He's
do
doing
shit.
everything.
He's doing everything. He said one man water if another man planted, but it's the Most High to give the increase. And he gave us the water and the damn seed.
Right.
And he put the thoughts in our mind to go do it. So he said what? We did that what we were ought to do. And we have been unprofitable servants. That's it. You know? Isaiah 55 and 1 all the way to 3.
God, I was on verse 2.
Okay, go ahead.
It's Isaiah 55 and 2. Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor for which satisfieth not?
Get that one again. Go ahead, you want to speak with it?
Hey,
Yeah,
two-thirds of our people, they spend money. You can read that again, Babakasha?
God, Isaiah 55 and 2. Wherefore do ye spend money for that which satisfieth not?
Hey,
Something
Con,
like that.
hey,
That is not bread.
two-thirds of our people spend money, all right, where it satisfies, what you say, it's not bread, man.
It's not bread, man.
Hey, it's no nutrients within this, all right, intake that they go here and what they dish out to the people, man. As we were just speaking on about First Baptist, all right?
Yeah, that bread is defiled.
Hey, come on, man. Like, hey, and that's what two-thirds of our people doing. They're eating their bread defiled amongst the Gentiles, man. All right, up under rulership of them, all right? They working for them. Two-thirds, all right? Hey, Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. All right, this bread is of Esau. This bread is not of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, not that spiritual manna, man. So anything that they're teaching is not going to suffice in the day of trouble, all right? It's going to get you in deeper in trouble in that day of trouble, man. Why? Because it shows that you're not on the side of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, but yet on the opposing side, man. So therefore, if you're not with the Lord, you're against him. If you're against me in the way, if you're in the way, you got to be moved, man.
Right.
So
And it's
And what did Lord say? He said, what? Nourish thy children, thou good nurse.
God.
So you know, drinking the water from the Lord and the food, you know, eating the whole roll, the word, it's supposed to fill you up, be strength to your bones and to the marrow. But instead, they feeding people moldy GMO food, false doctrine, lies. You know, that been handed down over time. Go ahead, you got something to point?
no, it's just
Let's try to make the point short, sweet.
Con. In any other way, when you give somebody money, you expect to get it back, whether it be increased interest or just simply asking for it back. But when people go to these harlot houses, they don't ask nobody back for their money. They expect to get it through gain, through materialism.
Yeah, manifestation.
Manifestation.
Yeah.
Hey, and also with the first lockdown, you know, hey, shit, these people right here, they had two-thirds of our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? Hey, that's how you know they spending money for which is not bread, man. Because they spending all this money, issuing all this money towards these pastors, these false prophets and whatnot, but didn't have any answers of what's going on, man. Right. Hey, a true prophet of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, is not going to say, oh, well, I don't know, I'll get back to you on that, or, hey, shit, we'll find out sooner or later. Hey, the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is going to be done equip that prophet with the knowledge in order to be able to tell what's going on, man. You know, hey, for hence, Deuteronomy 18 and 18 on down.
Yeah, they paying people like TD Fakes. What's his name? Joe Osteen. Old clean your bank account. Yep. You know what I mean? Jesse Jackass. Damn, Stevie Wonder had a video. He tried to kiss the man in his mouth.
Hey,
seen that shit? Fucking what's his name? Al Sharpton. Sharkia. Al Sharkia. Al Sharkia.
Hey, hey, speaking on the point of Joel Osteen, hey, shit. You literally had, I forget what hurricane that was, but hey, shit, it was a big one, category 4, category 5. You got to pay him that money for which is not bread, but yet he won't even open up his doors to his church for you to come in and seek refuge, man.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was another Jake pastor during the hurricane, and he was on TV asking for $900 $4 million. He wanted $4 million from his congregation, but they exposed him because he had a certain shirt on with a strap on it. You know, on the shirt it was like a button-up shirt, but it had a strap right here, and that specific shirt is $900. Oh my God! So he on TV and wearing that, asking them for $4 million. Come on, man. So they spend all that money for what's not going to profit them at the end of the day. You know? Go ahead.
Isaiah 55:2. Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfieth not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good.
Right, there you go. That's right, man. He said what? Damn, that's crazy, man. Hold up, 1 second. Go ahead, you got it.
All right, this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 3. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. So it's still it's all about charity. It's not about giving money to these pastors, because what they're doing right now is not real charity. What they're doing is charity for themselves, taking goods away from the people and giving it to themselves, and it's not profiting them anything. And that's robbery, and that's thievery, and that's also deception too. So it's a judgment for them, right? And even though somebody may feed the poor, somebody may give food to somebody, but if it's not according to the Lord's will, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, if it's not in Yahweh Shem Yahushua's name, and telling the prophecies and the thing that's coming to pass, then it's not a real prophet. It's not. It profits nothing.
Hey, true charity cover the multitude of sins, man, and that's not what these false prophets doing, man. All right, so hey, cause just like the brother Rakar said, hey, they'll get out here and give out some food, and 10 times out of 10, that shit'll be a ham sandwich, man. And that goes against the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Why? Because we don't even supposed to be touching or eating it,
Yeah.
So therefore, you get out here and present your body as a living sacrifice, close those gaps, beat many back to the marriage as possible. All right, that's true charity. All right, exalting the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and letting our people know who they are, man. That's the true charity, man.
All right. What do you say? Sow a seed. Anybody say in the church? You gotta sow a seed. Well, look, Haggai 1:6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. I've been going to this church my whole life since I was a little boy. How much tithes you gave? Shit.
My first time was 50 cents.
Yeah. I remember the first tithe I gave, a quarter was like 50 cents. Now it's nothing. Ye have sown much and bring in little, man. You see that? Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. That's what the brother just read. Match up perfect.
Constantly going in and out of church. Bible study every Tuesday. Service before the service. Actually come in on the Sunday. So you there at 6 o'clock sharp. Service don't start at 10 o'clock, but you there shit taking in all the bullshit, not learning nothing, man. Hey, so you in there constantly. You're there constantly in season and out of season, and not getting any substance for when you leave out of there, man.
It's crazy, because it's the same way. Not like today, you go to a fast food spot, you eat that shit, and then it's like it's not really filling you up. Everybody's been a victim of it. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, why am I still hungry the day after? You know, it's the same way with the truth. And it's also, we got brothers up here got plenty of examples of like people that's in the church who will come to us and actually try to learn, and they learn more from us than they do from the church. And they be Bible study. There is Thursday, Sunday. And then they'll try to go talk to the pastor, and the pastor giving them runarounds. Exactly. And then they come to us, then they start to understand, and they start putting pieces together. So that for what the Christian church teaches, man, is no real profit. They don't get full off of it, man.
Yeah, kind of like Daniel and they were eating the provender instead of eating the king's food. You know, the abominable food, man.
I said, this is free. This is what the pastor don't. This is what they don't say. This is free.
Yep.
The spirit of the Lord is free.
It's
the
a
spirit
feast.
of
It's a feast.
It's a feast.
Oh,
It's the oil, the bread, the meat, the wine, the milk. There's a whole feast being laid out for us. The honey. All good foods too.
Right, all healthy food.
Because these churches, they'll have food giveaways, and that look like good charity. That draws the eyes of the news and all these people of the world, but they're not providing the true charity of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, giving them that substance needed.
There you go, bro. Let me finish this precept too. Go ahead.
Hey, man, I'm just gonna say something real quick. Hey, the charity that the churches give was exposed on they clone Tyrone, man. The stuff that y'all handing out is poison, literally, you know. Hey, we don't want it, man.
Right. All right. It says what? Haggai 1:6. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And Jake try to clothe themselves not with righteous garments. They clothe themselves with unholy garments.
$900 shirt.
You cover with the cover, but not of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
There you go. Thank you. All right. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm, and he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. So even in this world, when you go to work every day, they got them stealing from us there, and they stealing from you with your faith and these religions, and they stealing from you in the banks, and they stealing from you in the streets with the police departments. They got to make their bonuses. All right.
Taxes on the working money.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks a lot too, brother. Yeah.
This is Matthew chapter 10 and verse 8. Heal the sick, cleanse the leper, raise the dead, cast out devils freely.
Right. So
Ye have received.
No, go ahead. That was good.
Freely ye have received, freely give.
Right, you got it.
And I bring that out, hey, just because the Lord gave us this understanding, this truth freely, we ain't have to do nothing for it. The same way we're supposed to teach the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you know, and bid them to the truth, to the marriage. You know, the same way, freely, not expecting some money behind it or some type of cash thanks.
Materialism.
Hey, come on, because when you go in to think about the money, you care less about the people. That's why I think it's Jeremiah. These pastors, they don't care about the flock. They care about themselves, all right? Those bad hirelings, all right? You have hirelings, whether it be good or bad. But, hey, you have those bad hirelings. They don't care about the flock. They just care about themselves, man. And also going back to what the brother Rakar was speaking on earlier, too. All right, hey, we supposed to be out here to heal the sick, cleanse the poor, cleanse the leper. Hey, but hey, if you're one of these false prophets, you can't do that. Why? Because you don't have the true, proper nutrients to give to people, man. And you giving that defiled bread amongst them. So how therefore can someone get the true nutrients in order to heal themselves, man? Hey, that's why the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai gave us every herb-bearing seed, all right, in order to get healthy with, man. But also it says in the book of Wisdom of Solomon 15, it's also these words that bring us to health. All right, it's these words that bring us to good health, man. So therefore, that's why we have to seek after the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and take hold to these words in order to be healed and made whole again, man.
All right, you got a point?
Yeah, I just want to add on because these churches and these Christianity as a whole they don't have access to the river of living waters. Only the men of the Lord gonna have that access, man. So what they're giving you is nothing but BS, man. They don't have no nutrients to give you. Only the men of the Lord can give you access to that river of living water, man.
Right, and that goes into 2/3 thinking that what gain is God.
Gain is God.
And the Lord called those places harlot houses, cages full of birds. You know, you're gonna see a lot of Jacob in there. All right, so their churches be full, wall to wall, mega churches.
Yep.
He said, wide is the gate that leadeth to destruction, but narrow is the way that leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. All right, precept. All right, go ahead, bro.
Just to back up y'all point.
March
This is Matthew 7 and 15. It says, beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. So the Lord says, beware of false prophets. And there's a lot of false prophets in these so-called churches. It is what it is. When you start to measure them and line them up according to the scriptures, you find out that they're basically they're there to tear you away from salvation. They're there to charge you money and push you further away from what's actually right. That's why the Lord tells you to beware of false prophets, because they're not real, they fake. Because if they were true prophets, they would tell you the truth. They would show you the way to Yahweh Shai, rather than telling you bold-faced lies. Come on.
All right, it's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, and verse 37. It says, "Oh, receive the gift that is given you, and be glad, giving thanks unto him that have called you to the heavenly kingdom." And I was bringing that up because, you know, and when the opportunity is presented to you to receive the truth, man, receive it, man. Take it in and be glad, be joyful, man, because it's a treasure that no one can take from you, man. It says, "Oh, receive the gift that is given you, and be glad, giving thanks unto him that have called you to the heavenly kingdom." It says, "Arise up and stand. Behold, the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord." That's what I had heard, you know what I'm saying? Going back to the feast, you know what I'm saying? In that bread, man.
You know, the Lord is giving us the full course meal. You know what I'm saying? Rather than what the world is giving us, the world is just giving us breadcrumbs, man.
Right, and the Lord has a certain number that's going to be sealed up in His truth, 144,000, and the rest of the 1/3. All right. So He has a certain allotted number that He's waiting for, and He's building us up to start His army on this earth. All right, Isaiah 55:3.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 55, verse 3. Incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live.
So the Lord saying, yeah, come unto His prophets and hear the little BWs there.
What?
Not bad wrenches, but bad wrenches. Go ahead.
And I will make an everlasting covenant with you.
So the Lord promised that He's gonna make an everlasting covenant with the elect of Israel. It's gonna be with all Israel, but that covenant is gonna start with the elect, man. The ones that listen to Him. He said, I will make a covenant with you first. Go ahead. And He's gonna do that by what? Taking the elect up into the chariots, bringing them down into the earth, and He's gonna what? Put the laws in the inward part, thus sealing the covenant. Go ahead.
Even the sure mercies of David.
So even the sure mercies of David. So we'll get all the mercies and the promises that were promised to David, to King David, man. You know what I mean? So let's get into that real quick. He said, I'll give you the sure mercies of David. So all the mercy that the Lord promised to David, we'll be stepping into that allotment, just like with Yahushua. Psalms 18-25.
Oh, goodness.
All the way to 50. We can split it up though. There's gonna be a lot of there's gonna be a lot of precepts come out. But these are the sure mercies of David. This is everything that he promised to King David. And we're gonna receive this. So maybe we can do like 5 and 5 or 10 and 10, you know what I mean? And any precept, just bring them out. But let's keep it short and sweet so we can get down right back in.
This is Psalms chapter 18, verse 25.
Yep.
It says, with the merciful, thou wilt show thyself merciful.
See that? So the one that's being merciful, he said, thou shalt show thyself merciful. But the Lord ain't gonna show himself merciful to Esau's pride, to 2/3 of Jake's, their pride, their murderous ways. Go ahead.
It says with
and for Jake that's in that spirit of filthy lucre. That's preying upon our people. That's not merciful. You know, so the Lord said he's not gonna show them mercy. Go ahead.
It says, with the merciful, thou wilt show thyself merciful. With an upright man, thou wilt show thyself upright.
Right. He said, what? If you've been upright and it's true, the Lord said he's gonna be straight up with you. He's gonna give you your reward. He's gonna take care of you, like he promised. Go ahead.
It says, with the pure, thou wilt show thyself pure.
There you go. So if you're a snake, the Lord gonna snake you. If you think you mighty, well, the Lord gonna show his might against you. You know, if you think you're a demon, the Lord gonna show you demon-like power. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
It says, and with the froward.
You say you got that fire? Well, the Lord gonna give you the fire. Go ahead.
It says, and with the froward, thou wilt show thyself froward.
See that? The Lord said what? He the king of terrors. He controls evil and good. So if you think you are wicked and in iniquity and in folly, well, the Lord gonna be that way with you. Go ahead.
Verse 27, it says, for thou wilt save the afflicted people, but will bring down high looks.
There you go, man. So the Lord gonna save those that are afflicted, man. But we ain't out here trying to be like the Black Panthers, you know? NFAC, you know? He said, what? I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves, man. Be harmless as serpents, wise as serpents, harmless as doves. Thank you, brother. Go ahead.
Verse 28, it says, for thou wilt light my candle.
See? What did he promise David? See that? We're going to get those same sure mercies. This is King David talking. So he said he's going to light his candle. Didn't he light our candle?
This is the least person as well.
Yeah. And what? He said what? He said he's going to light our candle. And on top of that, he's going to light it even further. He's going to ignite it when he shows up. That's that elevation that we're talking about. It's the spiritual power. All right, so our candle is lit, man. And we're hoping to burn this candle all the way into the kingdom. Keeping it lit. Keep stoking the fire. Keep trimming our lamp. Go ahead.
It says, for thou wilt light my candle. The Lord Yahweh my God will enlighten my darkness.
See that? And the Lord what? He called us out of darkness. And he's enlightened us, man, in his truth. And he promised us that. So look, we're already in the midst of the sure mercies of David as the spiritual tabernacle of David. Go ahead.
It says, for by thee I have ran through a troop.
See, these part of the sure mercies that he's gonna give to us. We're gonna run through armies, man. What's that? When they come in like a flood? That's right, man. Look, somebody get that? They should be like madmen sparing none. Let's get that. That's in second Ezra, I think. Yeah, 16 or 15. I'm gonna help y'all too with that.
Second Ezra 16 and 71.
Yep.
Second Ezra chapter 16, start at verse 7. It says, for there shall be in every city, for there shall be in every place, and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
Right. So what? In every city is going to be an insurrection again on those that fear the Lord, man. All right, they're going to have gangs out here, militias, sodomites, gangs.
The fuck?
They're going to have the churches already. We already see the churches against us. The Christian church. You see, I ride with the Christians. You heard that? Mm-hmm. I ride with the Christians. All I did was ask what nation she's from. See the division? All right. So, yeah, man. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 71, second Ezra 16, it says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none.
Right, when they come in with martial law, somebody grab that for me, Babakushan. I'm going to have it down here. What's up, bro? The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Israelites of the Bible, bro. That's right. The Most High's true name is Yahweh, his son named Yahushua. They've been lying to us, saying Jesus and Jesus. The letter J never existed before the 1400s. So we're important people. All right, brother? All right, man, peace. Go ahead.
It says, they shall be like madmen.
So they're going to be like madmen. Don't he look mad? Them motherfuckers look crazy as hell. They put that uniform on them. They think they're in a video game then. Call of Duty, right?
Yeah.
You ever hear him with the...
Get pumped up.
Yeah, no, the cops, the show cop, what you want?
Oh,
What?
no.
They running. Yeah, they gonna hear that. They're like madmen. They done lost their fucking mind. They forget that they're humans too, man. They just put on a uniform. That's the only separation is the uniform. It's made you to a madman. I need your ID. They be stuck. They be looking serious.
Character.
They start doing that with their neck.
Yeah, they get into the character. What
The
they
character.
think is character.
The Matrix.
Gone.
Go ahead.
Bro, you just called it out.
That right there, yeah. They all do that, right? It's like some.
Just in that vest.
Yeah, he one of them.
Version of straightening the tie.
That's a slick way of them letting you know, like, hey, I got on protection in case you try something stupid.
Yeah, now I'm about to lock your ass up. Right?
Second Ezra 16 to 71, it says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
Right, so you're gonna need to remember these words in that day. You know, it ain't no guarantee you're gonna be around your camp and your brethren. So the deposits of wisdom are being deposited now. You just gotta make sure your vessel is clear to receive it. All right. So you'll have water in that day. You know, the day of famine, the famine of the word. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, Con, just real quick, hey, where a man's treasure is, that's where a man's heart is, that's where his treasure will be also, man. So you're storing up your riches up in heaven, man. And you always revert back to your law and rely on the spiritual things to get you out of the situation. Things that the Lord Yahweh Bashem, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have said, all right, within scripture in order to withhold you through that certain situation, man. Look at the generations of old, you know, relying back on our first mate, which is Sophia, these scriptures, man.
He said, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy time. The knowledge of who? The knowledge of how the Lord can deliver you. You know what I mean? That's gonna keep you from moving in haste and panicking and selling out and going down to Egypt for help and getting the Tazariak.
Verse 72, it says, for they shall waste and take away their goods.
So they're gonna waste and take away our goods, bro. What if it ain't us? It might be our neighbors, or they might go into our home and take away things. But what did Yahushua say? When them troops showed up with Judas, Yahushua said what? He said, you would not be here unless my father sent you. So I mean, he knew everything was happening according to prophecy. Go ahead.
It says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses.
There you go. And once they do that, what is that going to do? Cause people to go down to Egypt for help. You go into the grocery store, they're gonna say you can't come in here unless you got it. Right. You can't pay your rent. They're gonna come up, start kicking people out. You don't want to take this or take that. They're talking about using the NATO troops now to push their agenda. Bill Gates and all them. All right. So what happened? Look how it was last time. All right. Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 59 and verse 19, it says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him."
That's what I wanted, yeah. There you go. That's it. You want to speak on it?
Basically, like when the enemy come in as a flood, you know how Esau be when you kick your door down, one to the left, one to the right, one straight. Since that's the same movement that a flood move when it comes into a building. When they rush into a building, it says the Spirit of the Lord is going to lift up a standard against them. You see what I'm saying? That you're going to see the spiritual power of Yahweh Shemashai at play. He might do the same thing that he did in Sodom and Gomorrah when the angels try to grab. When those wicked men try to grab the angels, the Lord basically smite them all with blindness. You see what I'm saying? So that's how it's going to be.
Hey, and going back to 2nd Ezra 16 too, it says, "For they shall waste and take away the goods and cast them out of their houses." Then going to that next verse, verse 73, it says, "Then shall they be known who are my chosen." All right. And it says, "And they shall be tried as the gold in the fire." Hey, that's when that standard is going to be lifted up. Hey, because Esau ain't gonna be able to toss the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's men out of there unless it's only in order to be able to do so, man. Because the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to lift up that standard, and he's going to have us on your ass, man.
Right, yeah, because hopefully, y'all write this out. All right, we gotta be careful how we just. We're gonna do this thing,
Thus saith the Lord.
Thus saith the Lord, yeah.
Thus saith the Lord.
Yeah, gotta do it that way. All right, but what I'm saying?
You wanted overflowing storage.
Overflowing scores, because that represents the flood. All right, and that's also part of the judgment of the Lord. He said, "Protect the wicked," which is that sword.
This is Isaiah 28, verse 18. "And your covenant with death shall be disannulled." Disannulled.
That's right. So the Lord is going to cancel your our people's contract with Esau. Yep, he good.
"And your agreement with hell shall not stand."
Right, there you go. Keep going.
"When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, they shall be trodden down by it."
There you go. See that overflowing scourge, man, that goes into judgment. When the Lord sending troops after your ass. All right? And the Lord sent the Nebuchadnezzar and the Assyrian army against us at that time, and Egypt. That's the overflowing scourge, man. So now this overflowing scourge, dealing with the flood, the Lord said he's going to lift up a standard to stop it this time. He's going to say, what? "Touch not my anointed, though." But you can get these motherfuckers here. You can get a little wheezy. You know what I mean? You can get little gunner. Anybody with a gun name, get him. That's what I'm going to say. Well, little name, little.
Thus says the
Right,
Lord.
he said when I became a man, I put away child's name. Hey, little. Psalm 17 to 13. All right, we holding a couple, I know. We're going to go back to them, though.
Psalm 17 and 13.
Yep. So the overflowing scourge coming rushing like a flood. All right. And what if Vladimir, or not Vladimir, what's that dude's name, man? No. Man, Klaus Schwab.
I call him Oswald E. Spencer.
Yeah, him. But what did he say? He said, "It shall be like a flood." He said, when we come this time, when we make our move this time, it shall be like a flood. See, that's the Lord making them speak that way. He said, what? He's going to cause their tongues to fall upon themselves. All right, and the mystery of iniquity got to be revealed. They're revealing themselves. All right, somebody holding that? Somebody got it?
You said Psalm 16.
Yep, the overflowing scourge, that goes into that sword. Psalm 17 and 13?
This is Psalm 17 and 13. It says, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him.
Right.
Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword."
See that? So what did the Lord say? How shall I say to them Roman soldiers and the people that was with Judas? He said, "You wouldn't be here unless my father sent you." That's the reason you standing at my door. So when that martial law troop standing at your door, you know why they're there. It's for a test. It's for a trial. And the Lord told you how to be in the midst of a storm. He told you to be stoic. You know, and trust in him, man. He's going to deliver us. Just remember what he did to Sisera's army with the iron chariots, man. Imagine that at that time, all you have is swords and staffs and arrows, but they got iron swords. Iron chariots and weapons with it, you know. So today, Esau is in that same stead as Goliath compared to David as a child. The comparison in battle, you would think he would lose, but the Lord is able to do a lot with a small number.
What was that one lesson you did where the rats ate their weapons? Of the enemies.
Yeah.
Like a whole bunch of rats that went and ate their bow and arrows.
That's right. Somebody said precept. No, that was you. You said it first. We dive right in. Go ahead.
This is James chapter 1, verse 1. It says, verse 2, my brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. So ultimately going in what the elder said about them burger troops coming to your door, and you know why they're there, because the Lord sent them. So you wouldn't be here because of the Lord Yahweh, and you know what spirit to be in, and having patience in the Lord, and knowing that you got to count it all joy. That you're in that state.
And understand at that moment, you might receive spiritual power. So when you see it show up, it might be good to have a smile on your face, like this is it. This is it.
Y'all want to come in here, huh?
I'm very happy to.
Y'all want something to drink?
Turn into Tony Montana. Tony Montana. Come on! You cockroaches.
Right. Who got something? Go ahead, bro.
In the book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 15, it says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. So, you know, basically 2/3 of our people, they hid themselves under lies and refuge. So when the overflowing scourge come in, it's going to basically sweep them away, just like the Lord did Pharaoh's army, you know, because they hid themselves and made a covenant with death, basically. So come on, man. Basically, they're not going to take part in that Isaiah chapter 58, 59 to 19, you know, basically being saved from those treacherous waters, basically.
Right. 2 Samuel 22 and 5. Go ahead, bro.
And who is, so
Second
they have
Samuel
made
22.
lies their refuge, right? And who's the father of them lies? Esau. So our 2/3 of our people have made Esau their refuge. They're of their father, the devil, man. So that's going to lead them all the way to their destruction.
Also going off that scripture that the brother Brock just read, it says they have made lies their falsehood, their refuge. Well, lies of refuge and living in falsehood. And I was thinking about that word brotherhood, and the brotherhood is what you see here before you know we commune with each other during the spirit of the Lord. But they have falsehood. That means that they commune with one another with lies, and they console one another with lies, and they bring each other up, make each other happy with lies and vanity.
Out for lies.
Out for lies.
Yeah, leasing is hard at hand. 2 Samuel 22 and 5. I need this real quick.
2 Samuel chapter 22 and 5. When the waves of death come past me, the floods of ungodly men made me afraid.
Oh, this is King David again. He said what?
When the waves of death come past me,
When
the
the waves
floods,
of death, the overflowing scourge. Go ahead.
the floods of ungodly men made me afraid.
See? Those Philistines. But even today, now you got Esau. Those are ungodly men, ungodly soldiers, man. Those aren't righteous angels fighting for Esau, the devil. You know, they put on that badge and all that, and they try like they're good people. You know?
2 Samuel 20.
Yeah, keep going.
2 Samuel 22 and verse 6. The sorrows of hell compass me about.
So the sorrows of hell. So what is Esau bringing? Let's get that real quick. Revelation, Habakkuk. No, let's get Revelation 6, the pale horse. All right. He said, what? The sorrows of hell compasses, man. Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 6. Verse 7. Verse 7. And it says, and when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. And his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beast of the earth.
There you go. So that's what Esau doing. All right, he said his eyes bowing down, focused down to the earth like an eagle. You know, seeking whom he may devour like a lion. And Habakkuk chapter 2 says what? He enlarges his desires as hell. So they're trying to bring that hell upon Jake. They're going to put war against us, right? But what did the Lord say? What did King David say? But we're going to get the same sure mercies that King David got. Go ahead.
2 Samuel 22:6.
Yep.
The sorrows of hell compass me about.
So it's going to compass us. What did it say? Oh, shit. Hold on 1 second. My bad, yo. I'm too excited. 1 second. I just want to get this one just to connect. Psalms 17 and 11. They have now compassed us in our steps. See? They surround. They got everything set. They got the whole table set. They ready to fill their belly, right? They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth, just like I was saying, just like that hawk over there, seeking the prey that it can get.
Come on.
Right? Go ahead.
2 Samuel 22:6. The sorrows of hell compass me about.
See that? That's sorrow. That's hell. Go ahead. Them compassing us about.
The snares of death prevented me.
Right. The snares of death. So Esau setting up snares, it'll lead our people to death, in spiritual and physical. Go ahead.
In my distress, I called upon the Lord.
So in our distress, so we're going to be in that distress. We're going to be here for the time of Jacob's trouble. All right? For the persecution, you know, and the affliction. What did it say?
In my distress, I called upon the Lord.
All we got to do is call upon the Lord.
And he cried to my power.
I cried to my power.
And cried to my power, and he did hear my voice.
And he did hear him, man. This is all part of the sure mercies of David that he's promising to us, his hopeful elect, his elect. Yep. Yeah.
Out of his temple, and my cry did enter into his ears.
See that? So in his temple out in heaven, where you can go up to this government and yell all day. All day long until you pass out. People even burning themselves up in front of the damn building. Women out there pulling their damn boobies out. You know, protesting. They still not being heard. They got marches, they be burning down the city. But all the Lord says, just cry out one time to him. Cry out. And he can hear us all the way in the heavens, man. All right, go ahead. Oh, that was it, right?
Can I read this one, last one?
Go ahead, yeah.
2 Samuel 22:8. Then the earth shook and trembled, and the foundations of heaven moved and shook because he was wroth.
There you go. That goes into the judgment. So now he's going to, that's why the scriptures say this is going to come as a destruction from the Almighty. Because when the Most High brings his wrath, the earth shakes and things move on the earth. The sea begins to rage, you know, places fall. But instead, the Lord going to do it with what? World War III, war. And he's going to have the same outcome from the missiles. The earth going to shake, you know, all right, and it's trembling. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 43 and verse 1. It says, but now, thus saith the Lord that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee, and have called thee by thy name, thou art mine. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burnt, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. So, all right, we're going to be like the three holy children that was in the flame, basically. You know, the Lord's going to protect us, preserve us, and uplift us in the times of trouble. It says he will even make a way in the wilderness, basically. You know, and that's what we hope for.
Right, man. What is that? It says,
Yeah, it sounded like that scene.
Huh?
I was kind of like that scene in The Matrix when, I forgot which, I think it was the last one, but it was the guy that played off of Breaking Bad. The guy was like, had bullets stopping in front of him and shit, and they was like shooting rockets, and the rockets was going everywhere. It wasn't hitting the guy. It's the same way now. You know, I don't know, y'all probably seen it, but it was the guy that's like, bullets was just stopping right in front of him while he was walking. You know? Like nothing was touching him. Like nothing couldn't phase him.
Right. All right, where we at? Somebody got something?
God, I do. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 10, verse verse 15. Break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man, seek out his wickedness till thou find none. All right, so the Lord basically, it was a point that one of the brothers had said, but just breaking the wicked, whenever they come in rushing like a flood, and the Lord lift up that standard, that's when they'll see the true power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and they're not going to be able to comprehend it. Because imagine seeing something so mind-blowing till the wicked can't understand, because the wicked can never understand righteousness.
This is back at Psalms chapter 18, verse 29. It says, for by thee I have run through a troop, and by my God I have leaped over a wall. As for Yahweh, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord Yahweh is tried. He is a buckler to all those that trust in him. Verse 31.
Okay, I'm with you. My bad. Go on.
It says, verse 30, it says, as for Yahweh, his way is perfect.
Right. As for our God, his way is perfect. Not in these churches, not Jesus. We believe in Yahweh, the true name of the Messiah. All right, not Jesus. We don't deal with Zeus. Go ahead.
It says the word of the Lord Yahweh is tried.
Right, it's been tried. His word has been tried. How? Within his men. All right, we represent the sword that's being tried. All right, the metal that's being tested. Go ahead.
He is a buckler to all those that trust in him.
Right, you got a shield and you got a buckler. A buckler is a close companion shield, something that you keep close to you. If somebody get past the big shield, you got the close one right there, a smaller shield. Go ahead.
For who is Yahweh? For who is Yahweh save the Lord Yahweh?
Right, who is God?
Okay, who is God save the Lord Yahweh?
Right, so what other power do you know out here besides Yahweh? The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that these people think don't exist. And he's a so-called black man too. Go ahead.
Who is a rock save our God?
Right, who's a rock save our God? You know, but you got the rock calling himself the rock. Go ahead.
It says, it is Yahweh that girdeth me with strength.
Right, it's Yahweh that's going to gird us with strength, not this world, not this nation, you know, not America, not Esau. They can't gird you with strength. Everything they gird you with is going to destroy you. You know, they take coverings, but not of Yahweh.
It says, and make it. It says, it is Yahweh that girdeth
right.
my...
Everything Esau give you going to be degenerate or messed up. If they give you something for being warm, you're going to be cold. If they say it's going to make you cool, you're going to be hot. You know?
It doesn't have smallpox in it.
We're going to have smallpox. Oh, you just said it.
You're gone.
Look what they did to us. They promised us, they came up with a smile, they really meant us harm. His end was thought was what? War. His words were smoother than butter. His words were smoother than butter. But the end was hard was what? Drawing swords, man. So any way Esau approaches us, it's the opposite. You know?
Ain't no more small, they're giving out that monkey now.
Yeah. That's another one. That's Cesariac, right? You know what I'm talking about? You said that monkey.
Proverbs chapter 23, verse 6. Eat not thou the bread of him that have an evil eye, neither desire thou his dainty meats. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. So Esau's heart is not with us. His heart wants to, he knows he has judgment coming, and he wants to bring down as many people with him as he can. He's not uplifting our people, he's bringing them down and trapping them into his judgment so they get a portion of that.
Based upon what you just said about receiving anything from Esau. All right. All right, this Sirach chapter 20, verse 10, it says, there is a gift that shall not profit thee, and there is a gift whose recompense is double. Right? So anything that Esau's trying to give you, right, as far as a gift, or as far as salvation, as far as hope, it ain't as far as what they say they're gonna promise to be a better, like give everything back to normal. When normal here is wickedness.
Yeah.
All right, and it's not gonna profit. And guess what? You're gonna have to pay double for that gift, because everything that you receive, you're gonna have to pay double, and that double's gonna lead you to destruction.
Look at the gift they gave him to get out of lockdown.
Yeah.
That's the
When they
gift
get
that
back
keeps
to
on-
normal.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Right,
That's how it is. That's the gift that keeps on giving. They say if anybody got it, you know, the Jippy, the Jones, and they have sex with somebody, they get it too. They finding traces of it. You know, they finding traces of it. Anyway, I ain't gonna say it, but you know what I mean. I got, yeah, so they finding traces. They finding nanobots in other people's bodies that's having sex with somebody that got that. So that's the gift that keeps on giving.
Basically, our people are trusting.
They got the package.
We'll say our people are trusting a carnivore to be a vegetarian. Because he said, "I promise I'll be a vegetarian if I'm elected." All right, this is Sirach 20 and 14. The gift of a fool shall do thee no good when thou hast it, neither yet of the envious for his necessity, for he looketh to receive many things for one. And that's what he's really trying to receive. Misery loves company. It's a woe to the inhabitants of the earth, because the devil has come down having great wrath, because he knows that he has a short time. So he's trying to gather as many souls and deceive as many people as he can.
Well, they say, what will it profit a man to gain the whole world? That's what the devil offering, and lose his soul.
Yeah. That will profit you nothing but destruction.
Yeah, man. The devil will promise you the whole damn earth. He promised it to everybody.
Right.
Ain't even his.
Ain't even his.
He did the same thing with the dollar. That's how the dollar was established. But anyway, let's keep going.
Now this is back at Psalms chapter 18,
Any precept too, yeah.
verse 31. It says, "For who is God save the Lord Yahweh?
Right, we're still reading about the sure mercies of David that he promised to us as well. Go ahead.
Or who is a rock save our God Yahweh?"
Yahweh through Yahweh Shire through Yahweh. All right, so Yahweh's our rock. And he set another rock under us called Yahweh Shire. Go ahead.
It is Yahweh that girdeth me with strength and maketh my way perfect.
Right, so it's the Lord that's going to gird us with that strength, man. That's what Abraham said when they were fighting that battle, the first World War. You know, and he was talking to them damn Hamites. And he said, "What? What did he say to him? They tried to pay him. Remember that? He tried to give him gifts. He tried to give Abraham gifts for winning that battle.
Yeah,
Abraham said, "What?
He said, "Nah, you keep that. I don't want it."
You can keep that. I don't want it because you'll think that you the one that told us to do this, or took care of us. So we know that our blessings come from Yahweh, not from man. See that? Go ahead. That's what we're looking for our reward from.
Verse 33. "He maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and setteth me upon my high places."
There you go. So King David was like the Flash, man, or jumping higher than LeBron. Come on, brother.
"He teaches my hands to war."
Right. So he's gonna teach. The Lord gonna teach our hands to war, just like in the Matrix. Remember Neo? Yeah, he can load it up. Oh shit, I know confused now. I know this now. I know that now. You know? Go ahead.
"He teaches my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by mine arms."
Right, man. So he's gonna teach us how to measure fire, throwing a dude kick, how to damn break a bow of steel at the right angle and the precise precision. You know? Go ahead.
"Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation."
See that? So, and he promised us the shield of his salvation, man. Go ahead and promise. And promising to what? But not only for him to bless us to be able to fight and protect ourselves someday, but also to be saved from what's coming.
"And thy right hand hath holden me up."
Right, so through spiritual power, the Lord has held up, and righteousness, the Lord has held up King David the same way the Lord is going to hold us up, and keep us from falling. He said, "Well, I shall redeem you from death." He's going to use spiritual power to do that.
Says, "And thy gentleness hath made me great."
Right, and that gentleness is going to make us great, man. See that? Him being gentle unto us. He said, well, I know my thoughts towards you, man. You know, and the Lord was harsh with us at first, but now we're gonna see what his gentleness is. We don't know what that is. He said he got mercy stored away for us. Like, what is that? He said he got storehouses of mercy for us.
Storehouse can be very big.
So that means there was a lot of people that were ransomed for the righteous. And many times he kept that mercy away. Not for you. And he's storing it up to give it to somebody. Energy got to be given, moved around. Go ahead.
It's Psalms chapter 18, verse 36. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me.
Right, so he's going to enlarge the steps under us. What he say? The ships of Tarshish shall wait on thee. And when you see it, your heart going to be enlarged. Meaning you're going to be like, whoa, what am I supposed to do with all this? All right, so the same thing happened with King David. He said that talent shall make room for thee, man. And we're going to have those talents in that day, the real physical talents. You know, and we're going to be famous because of it. All right, go ahead.
That my feet did not slip.
Go ahead.
I have pursued my enemies and overtaken them.
See that? We can't do that now. But in that day, we're going to pursue them all. He said they should be as a chase rope. Nobody going to help them. These devils, especially Esau. You know, we're going to chase their ass out of the holes and the rocks.
Like Subway Surfer.
Right, the Lord said he's going to send for many hunters. We shall hunt them from the hills all over the damn earth. Go ahead.
Neither did I turn again till they were consumed.
See? And that's going to be the fun. When they showed up to us, when they brought us in slavery, they didn't stop focusing on us until they consumed us, man. They are locked in on us, man. And even now, people wondering why we the main nation that's on the bottom, because they still focused on us. Right. They got all their laws set up against us, man. They still got us as 3/5 of a human being in their constitution. Or their laws. All right, go ahead.
Verse 38, I have wounded them that they were not able to rise.
See that? So they wounded us. What's that? He said what? He shall wound thy head, bruise thy head, but thou shalt wound his heel. See that? But what happened when you wound the head, when you wound the heel of a man, he can fall and get back up. So that's what they did to us. They wounded us at our heel. But the Lord said we're going to strike his head. What happened when you strike the head of a snake? He's done it. See that? And that's in Genesis. So we're going to strike the head off the snake. That goes into Judith again. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
They are fallen under my feet.
They're going to fall under our feet, man. When they fall, when the Lord give them that uppercut, imagine being next to the ring and somebody knocks somebody out and they fall next to their damn feet. That's what Yahushua going to do. He's going to knock their ass out. And when they fall, they're going to be under us. All right, that's 2nd Ezra chapter 6, man. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And the hand of man is betwixt him, his hand and the heel. All right, so we're going to grab them at the heel. So as they falling, we're going to be right there to pull them the rest of the way down. Yep, go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. So the Lord is going to use us to tear down this society. It's ultimately going to be him doing it, but he's going to be using us. He's the puppet master. He's going to pull the strings. But he's elect to do so.
Yeah, but the Lord going to bring down the society. But he's going to use us to enslave these nations. See that? And bring them to their place. So it's going to be a targeted judgment on these devils. You know, but the Lord is the one bringing this society down. Right? Talking about the economy, the mirth of the land is gone. It's the Most High doing it. Jeremiah 51 and 20 all the way to 25 since you were there.
Start 20 again?
Yeah, 21.
Okay, this is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 21. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider.
So we're going to break in pieces the horse and his rider, man. Who's the rider upon the horse? Revelation 6 and let's get that.
This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 8. And it says, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse.
There you go.
And his name that sat on him was death,
Yeah, it's Esau.
and hell followed with
So the
him.
Lord gonna destroy death, physical death, spiritual death, and Esau, who is death himself. All right, somebody got something? Somebody got that service? I'm gonna keep going. Everybody else can kind of start moving things.
Service upon horses.
Service upon horses, man.
Yeah, service upon horses.
Somebody grab that? Oh, no, we good. Let them do that. Go ahead. Just pick them up, dog.
Okay.
Somebody got it? Oh. Ecclesiastes 10:7.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses, and gas servants upon the earth.
See that? So yeah, so he's seen servants upon the horses. That's the one that's what? Being exalted right now. So the Lord said he's gonna do what? Somebody reading? The horse with thee?
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 21.
Yep.
And I will break in pieces with the horse and his rider.
See that? The horse and his rider, man. All right. So, okay. So the Lord gonna break in peace Esau's power, America, and he's gonna break in pieces. Not only that, their banking system, their military system, their religious system. So the Lord gonna break all of that in pieces, man. The staff of the wicked, and then also he's gonna break in pieces the rider, the one that's ruling. All right, that wickedness. Go ahead. And bringing that hell on us. The Lord about to break all our chains. What's up, brother? He's gonna break the yoke of iron from off our neck. Go ahead.
Isaiah 55 and 22. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman.
Right there. Isaiah 14 and 3.
Isaiah 14 and 3.
Yeah. Yep.
Isaiah 14 and 3.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah
Well, maybe 4.
14 and 4. It says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor seized?
Yeah.
14 and 1.
Everybody over here, man.
This is Isaiah 14 and 1.
3, 2. All right. 2. It says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for the servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captors they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
Right. Yeah, we're going to rule over our oppressors. So the Lord going to use literally our hands. Let's get that. Ezekiel 25 and 14. All right. So the Lord going to want to reach these devils. He's going to do it through us.
This is Ezekiel chapter 25 and verse 14.
Yep.
And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger.
There you go. Go ahead, brother. Now get back where you were. Kabash.
Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 23. 22. With thee also will I break in pieces the man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young.
Right, man and woman too. And old and young. You're going to get their ass kicked. These little niggas, anyway. Caught that one, didn't I? Let me get something else real quick.
Thus says the Lord.
Caught the shit out of that one. Micah 7 and 10. Right, man. That woman that kicked you out of the house and brought another man in the house, that woman that mocked you like Job's wife, and said, well, why don't you just curse the Lord and die with us?
This is Micah chapter 7 and verse 10.
Right.
Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her.
Right.
Which
then that shame gonna cover these alleged females out here, man, that have been mocking and scoffing at you, man, in your life, looking at you like you're supposed to be a killer so they can respect you, or a drug dealer. You know? Go ahead.
and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy power?
Yeah.
My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
Right. That might be you the one trying her down. You're going to behold it. You might see her being brought low and suffering. But you might be the one, the Lord might put the spirit on you at that moment, man. You know, especially these heathen nations, man. Hurry up and buy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to watch that part in the movie in the kingdom. Just look back on it. Hurry up and buy. Remember that? Yeah. All right, let's get back into it, though. Yep.
Jeremiah 51 and 22. With thee also will I break a piece the man and woman. And with thee will I break a piece old and young. And with thee will I break in pieces.
Right, he's going to dash their little ones against a stone someday.
Happy shall he be.
Yeah, happy shall he be. Right now, we wouldn't be happy doing that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that to a baby.
Right.
But in the kingdom, the Lord going to put, he said, what? We're going to do according to his anger. Just like Esau did according to the Lord's anger with us. Yep. See, it's all about judgment. The Most High had the spirit on Esau to do according to the Most High's anger against us, man. So he gonna have us in that spirit. You see the guy smiling? We're gonna be like that. Look, this dude right here. Look at that face. That's gonna be me. That'd be me right there. Yeah, that's gonna be us. Listen, I got you. That right there. There you go.
Look at us.
Look, there you go.
Okay, I'll be him.
Yeah, that motherfucker
No,
happy
this
as
me
shit,
right here. This me right here. This me right here.
There you go, come on, brother.
Or they got somebody dead in front of them.
Why they got somebody? Ain't that something?
Somebody of value that's dead in front of you.
That's crazy, bro. All right, strange fruit in front of him.
Gone.
You know?
Found this man walking down the street.
Let's keep going. Where was that? That all the way 25, brother?
Line 22 still.
Okay.
And with
Wrap it
thee,
up, man. I'm gonna shut it down after we get to this point.
and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. Verse 23. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock. And with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen. And with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers.
Yeah.
That's how the Lord's going to use us against these nations. When these nations are brought low, we come out of these chariots, and the Lord done destroyed the society. We finna go into them bunkers. I don't care what they call vaults.
Yeah,
Vault
yeah.
4, 5,
Yeah,
vault
yeah.
100. It don't matter what vault you in, we coming to get you. So really, we the surface. We gonna be the surface dwellers at that time. Coming in there, snatching their asses up out of there like that woman did when she came down in there. Turned the whole vault society upside down and showed them reality. That's what we're gonna do, because they don't think they're gonna be in them bunkers safe. Ooh, woo.
Yeah. That one? Go ahead, brother.
This is Jeremiah 16 and 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them. From every mountain, from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks. And like right now, Yahweh Shai, he's sending his men to gather his people, you know what I'm saying, to hear the word of the Lord. But hey, when the enemy come in like a flood, he's gonna lift up that standard, right? And he gonna have hunters hunting them, like he said, out of Vault 61 or wherever they at, out of the clefts and the caves and the holes of the rocks where they bomb shelters. Ain't nowhere for them gonna be able to hide, even in the depths of the sea. They're gonna be searched out.
All right. All right, bro. All right. Let's keep going with Psalm 18 and 50. We can start wrapping it up.
This is Psalms chapter 18, verse 38.
Okay.
I have wounded them that they were not able to rise.
Right. So we're gonna be able to wound these devils where they're not gonna be able to rise again. But it's gonna start with Yahweh Shai of wounding America. You know.
They were fallen under my feet.
Right.
For
Man,
thou,
man, I got so many scriptures going through my head right now. Now you good.
Yeah, because think about it. What did Yahweh tell Yahweh Shai, sit right here on my right hand while I make thy enemies thy footstool, man. They're gonna be like a tub when you get a pedicure.
or that vile practice that Esau used to do,
Yeah,
where they used to think that our people could suck out any illness. So they used to put our children on their feet, so that way they didn't, you know, they were not sick.
But it was like a footstool they had them, and they sit their feet. They sit down and have their feet on their stomach.
Gone.
You know what I mean?
Specifically children, not even the grown
kids,
men. It was
kids.
children.
Yeah, they put them in a little box in the corner. Make them be a fan.
Yeah, you saw that?
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah. They do this all day, and they take the children away from their household. Your child will be gone all day at these devil's houses. You don't know what's going on. And your wife too.
Right.
They can get your wife 3, 4, and 5 in the morning. Just take her away. I need you to take care of my family. Kick in your door, just take her. Can you imagine that? Thankfully, we can't right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in due time, we will be able to imagine that.
Yeah, our heart's gonna meditate terrors again.
Real.
But right now, the Lord took that away from us through death. He said, in death, there's no remembrance of former things.
Right, because if we were to run, we'd go crash dummy mode every single time we come here.
Real.
No, if we remember, we would die instantly.
Pain.
All that pain, man,
Damn, that's true.
we would die instantly. Instantly, man. We're going to shop.
And then
Eternal
to see them
bodies,
still in
boy.
power. Yeah.
Eternal bodies, we gonna know.
Yeah, the stuff they did to us, man, ripping our skin apart and all that, we would probably die from that shit, thinking about it. The dogs was dead, man. You know what I mean?
I ain't think about it like that.
Yeah.
That's
So the Lord's sparing us right now, you know?
Think about the mindset we had to be in to go through that. Like that's
Yeah.
normal people can't even go through that, man.
Yeah, we had to be void and just out of it.
Out of it.
We were just on the earth, just existing. Like zombies, zombified. Crazy, right?
Lord wasn't with
That's
us.
death.
If I say, yeah, Lord
That's
was not
death.
really was not with us for real.
Yeah, that's death, man. All right, where we at?
Verse 39 of Psalms chapter 18. For thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle. Thou hast subdued under me those that rose up against me.
Right, so the Lord is going to subdue under us those that rise up against us. He said when they come rushing like a flood, he's going to raise up a standard against them. He's going to subdue these devils, put chains on them. All right?
Thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me.
There you go, man. See, right now, we know who hates us and who's been showing hatred to us. So the Lord going to put their necks literally in our hand. All right? And what that means is not standing up. That means holding the back of somebody's neck like this. Holding their back, holding the back of their head and their neck down.
Just like you would do a dog and they shit on your ground.
Make a point, go ahead.
No, I was saying just like you do a dog, if they like pee on the ground or something, you'll put it down in the
They rub their face in it.
yeah.
So, yeah, man. That's what it means, put their neck in the hand. All right, go ahead. That was good.
This is Isaiah chapter 36, verse 4.
Oh, boy, they be down there. Yeah, let me lay hands on you.
Trust ye in the Lord Yahweh forever, for in the Lord Yahweh forever is everlasting strength. For he bringeth down them that dwell on high, the lofty city that he layeth low.
Yeah, the lofty city, Esau was the house of the deep. The Lord gonna lay it low, breaking the staff of the wicked. All right, and the ones that are lofty in general, that are living in a heavenly state, they're gonna be brought down to hell. Lucifer gonna fall like lightning. It's gonna be quick. These devils.
He layeth it low even to the ground. He bringeth it even to the dust. The foot shall tread upon it, shall tread it down, even the foot of the poor and the steps of the needy.
The foot of the poor, these poor little feet. I'm definitely in that number, bro. I'm good. I'm with that. I ain't ashamed. These poor little, these little Marshall shoes. Stomping over shit. Yeah, these little Walmart sneakers.
And if I may add on too, just going back to that point where we're gonna have their neck in our hands too, man. And just like the brother was speaking on, the same thing that you do with a dog, and you put them there, like you put their face in their mess. All right, well, not necessarily in it, but right there close enough to it. They know that they did the shit. All right, they do that, but so they can know not to do it again. All right, and that's what we're gonna do with Esau, man. And they're not gonna do it again. But hey, it's not gonna be like that, man. And your ass is gonna be cut off after 1,000 years because you're a professional fuck up, man. So hey, shit, you're gonna have to be cut off after those 1,000 years. The other nations, we're gonna have to constantly have our hands around your neck, man, showing you the different atrocities that you did. No, not for you to do them again, man.
Right, he said, this,
They're saying
these
that you
little-
won't do them again.
Yeah, this little light of mine, this little feet of mine. Gonna kick your behind. That's gonna be the new song in the kingdom. Our children gonna be singing it.
Hey, I got another one.
Yeah, go ahead. Interjection, yeah, go ahead.
This Isaiah chapter 51, verse 22. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, that power that pleased the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thy hand the cup of trembling. Even the dregs of the cup of my fury, thou shalt no more drink it again.
We shouldn't be trembling right now. The Lord's saying they should be trembling. You know, and what's that? Slavery. They're gonna drink it. We're not gonna drink it ever again, man. You know, any points on it?
Well, no, basically, like you made the perfect point. I didn't even think about it like that. What was that Western movie with Idris Elba in it and Regina King, A How Did They Fall? Like the whole time they were transporting him as a prisoner, they were bucking up at him and thinking like he was just cool the whole time because he knew I'm finna be bust out of these chains on the field and we finna beat y'all behind.
That's exactly what they did.
And that's exactly what they did. Exactly what they did. All right, keep continuing. All right, verse 23. But I will put it into the hand of them that afflicted thee, which has said to thy soul, bow down that we may go over, and thou hast laid thy body as the ground, as the street, and to them that went over. So the Lord, like, so now the table's gonna turn. You know, we used to have to lay our bodies down on the ground so they women could walk over puddles. You know, that's the kind of stuff that they used to do to us. So imagine if we're gonna do it according to the Lord's anger, because He said He just gave us a little drop. So that was just a little speck.
Yeah, we wouldn't know what to repay anyway, because most of the judgments we've learned about, we saw it in the movies.
Right.
So the Lord recorded everything. He got that precise HDDD 4,000.
25K.
Yeah, 25,000K camera. Yeah, the Lord recorded in detail everything we went through. 1080. You got that 777p. Got that super clear.
Complete color and everything.
Yeah.
You gonna put the picture in your mind, like, what's this?
Yeah. All right, well, where was that?
Back in
Psalms chapter 18, verse 41. They cried.
Yeah, we're there.
They cried, but there was none to save them.
Right.
Even unto the Lord.
Yep. What's gonna happen? He said, "What? The rich man gonna cry out in hell when they get the cup in their hand, the dregs of slavery and the Lord's wrath. They're gonna be crying. We was crying out to the Lord. We cried out for help, and we ain't get no help from them. But the Lord did help us. He did help us, man. You know. So but when it's their turn, they're gonna cry out, and they're not gonna get any help. That's Isaiah 27 once again. You know. I'm gonna get it.
You going?
Oh yeah.
They cried, but there was none to save them, even unto the Lord, but He answered them not.
Right. Real quick, Isaiah 27:7. Hath He smitten him? Hath He smitten Jacob? As He smote those that smote him? See that? As the Lord have smitten these devils that have smitten us, has the Lord smitten us the way He's going to smite them? But the Lord said He's going to be merciful with us, and He poured it out with measure. With them, He said He's going to do it without measure. He ain't going to measure it. It's going to be like, man, get them until they destroy it. He have smitten him as He have smote those that smote him. Or hath he done it? Or is He slain according to the slaughter of them that are slain by Him? So once Esau is slain, and they're laying in their dead state, meaning powerless, it's going to be to their consumption. But the Lord said what? He left us a remnant, you know, to be here today. All right, go ahead.
This is Revelations 18:6.
Right.
Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled to her double.
Right, man. America about to be destroyed, bro. All right. The Most High's true name is Yahweh. His son named Yahushua. They lied to us in these churches. Revelations 1:3. It says, "Blessed is he that readeth." What's the main thing they did to us in slavery? Killed us for reading. So we the ones that gotta read. Once you read that Bible, you gonna be like, who the Israelites? That's us. All right, we're not African, we're not black like your shirt. We brown, different shades of brown. The Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans. You see, we all got the same type of story. We the Israelites, bro. We God's chosen people. All right, but only a few gonna make it out of what's coming. You know, World War III, New World Order. All of those are judgments from God, allowing these devils to do what they want. All right, only on a few of our people, the ones walking around with their pants sagging, you know, walking around like this, you know, that blonde hair, getting that, you know, recently with the lockdowns, you know what I'm talking about. So you go on and on, you know the list. It just ain't right. It's something off. The Lord gonna judge them, man. Anybody eating pork, shrimp, lobster? There's so much in the Bible that they're keeping us from reading, man. Get you a KJV, and if you can, just start reading. And you can subscribe to us on YouTube too.
What's your name?
He got a flyer for you. I didn't think he had one, but he got one. Yep. Yeah, I'm a Howard Warren too. Just let you know. Yep. What's your name, bro?
I'm Jalen.
Jalen.
Yes, sir.
My man. Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you too. Nice to meet all y'all.
Yeah, go ahead. You can bring it up. Yeah, go ahead.
But it's
Check
Jeremiah.
us out on YouTube when you get home. Point that YouTube up on.
Jeremiah,
you
chapter
go.
28, verse 8. The prophets that came before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. The prophet which prophesied of peace, when of the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord have truly sent him.
Right, you got it.
And that's what we're out here to do. We're here to give warning to our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Americans, Native Americans, true Israelites of the Bible. And the speckled birds bearing the same spirit, we give them the warning of the Lord, of the prophecies to come to this place. And whether they hear or forbear, this is our sole duty of being here, to shine the Lord's light.
That's right. All right. So where was that?
Psalm chapter 18, verse 42. Then did I beat them small as the dust before the wind. I did cast them out as the dirt in the
All right, bro.
streets.
Yep.
All right, you have a good day, man. Peace, peace.
Yo. All right, go ahead.
Thou hast delivered me from the strivings of the people, and thou hast made me the head of the heathen. A people whom I have not known shall serve me.
Right. So yeah, that's right. And the people that he has not even known, meaning his neighbors at that time, the other nations, they're gonna serve us, man. Keep going.
As soon as they hear of me.
As soon as they hear of us. That was King David at that time.
God.
When he was establishing King David, he said, as soon as them nations around him hear about him, so once the Lord, what's that, Revelation 21, once we come down out of the heavens as New Jerusalem, the nation's going to hear about us.
Like they did in Egypt. When we
Just
came
like-
out of Egypt.
When we came out of Egypt, they heard about us.
We
With
heard
Joshua,
what y'all did to the Egyptians.
Caleb and all them. That's right.
Huh.
Go ahead. So they're going to hear about it again. Y'all did valiantly. Go ahead.
As soon as they hear of me, they shall obey me.
They're going to obey.
The
What?
str-
Oh, wait. I thought Russia was going to come up.
Child.
Yeah, everybody coming against us. They're going to obey. Once they hear that, they're going to obey. Let us go up to the house of the Lord to learn his ways. Go ahead.
The strangers shall submit themselves unto me.
Right, Russia too. Russia going to submit themselves as well unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and unto those that are the house of David, which is the elect. Go ahead.
The strangers shall fade away and be not afraid out of their close places.
Right, they're going to fade away little by little till they consume, man. All of their power and their substance going to be consumed until they have nothing left. All their resources, everything he said what? They have swallowed down riches and they shall vomit them up again. All right, go ahead. And they're going to fade more and more away until they non-existent.
The Lord Yahweh liveth.
Right, that goes into them beating their swords into plowshares as well. Go ahead.
The Lord Yahweh liveth, and blessed be my rock, and let the power of my salvation be exalted.
Right, go ahead. That was it. 25? I mean 50?
Verse 47. It is Yahweh that avengeth me, and subdueth the people under me.
Right, so the Lord told us to give place unto wrath, man. We don't have to go out and avenge ourselves, man. Don't fight no small battle when we're trying to win the spiritual war. You know what I mean? So you got a point?
Hey, no, hey, just like the elder said, man, don't go out here trying to fight a small battle. And when it's the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, it's going to end the battle, man. You know, hey, come on, end the war. You know, hey, because what can we do? Shit, we go out here kicking the gut against his leg, and it's doing no damage. So therefore, we got to wait for that power, that anger of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai in order to do so, man. You know, hey, it's just like, hey, shit, nah, you looking at it this way. Look how I see it, man. Oh, nah. Boom. Hey, spiritually, then physically too, man. You know, hey, so shit, we gonna take them down, hey, the correct way, man. That's why once again, wait ye upon me to rise up against the prey. So you got your damn, I almost said Black Lives Matter, but what they call it? Black Panthers. Black Panthers, the NFAC, hey, so forth and so forth is it's to not, man. Why? Because it's not gonna suffice, man. Hey, you constantly going out here, shit, rising up against the enemy, but guess what? It's the enemy. You fighting against the enemy with their own blessing, man.
Right,
so, hey, shit, at the same time, they can out blessing you, all right, with their blessing. Hey, shit, you come here with M16s, this, that, and the third, shooting 7.62s, 223s, 5.56, whatever the case may be. But guess what? They gonna come out here with some damn bullets about this long, man. So that's why you have to fight this battle as a spiritual battle as it is, man.
They got jetpacks with gun turrets on their shoulders.
Yeah, learn about Yosemite Sam.
What's that? They had made 144,000 mosquitoes. You know what I'm saying? The mosquitoes that they had created, the 144. Nah, you see what I'm saying?
He still got a whole bunch of tricks up his sleeve. Because the Lord put them up. The Lord wanted him to have the elite of the elite that he could come up with. Because the Lord gonna come up against that. The Lord wants like a show. He put on a good show too. I'm gonna watch this movie. I got some popcorn. Can you imagine? I watched a documentary called Chariots of the Gods, right? And there's talking about a whole bunch of ancient texts of World War III, the war in heaven, right? And they got exactly how Ezekiel described them, you know, chariots with men in them, and you can tell by the way they're shaped, right? They went into the Ark of the Covenant and all that stuff. You can tell by the way it's shaped that it's easy to ride in and ride upon, because it has, like, man, you just got to see it. Look it up, the chariots of the gods, right? So everybody know what's to come.
I'm gonna cut you off. We'll get back to the book too, yo.
Psalms 18 and 48. He delivereth me from mine enemies. Yea, thou liftest me up above those that rise up against me. Thou hast delivered me from the violent man.
Yo, who's the violent man today? Esau. What's that? Obadiah 1. Look at that. That violence against our brother. Yeah, they the violent man, you know? Yeah, violent man. Look at that, Genesis 27.
This is the book of Obadiah. Which one you want first?
Obadiah and then Genesis.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 8.
Which one forget violent man?
It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it off the face of the earth, saying, I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
No, Obadiah, where it say,
Oh, which one?
The violence against our brother.
Oh, God. 10. All right, this is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. I'm on. Oh, shit.
Book of Obadiah, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, what they did to us and their violence against us, that slavery, you know, that yoke of iron, we put the yoke of iron upon our neck, you know, double time. They're trying to put a second yoke on there, New World Order. You know, but the Lord said, that violence against our brother, that's violence. Violent man. Go ahead. Somebody got the other one? No. Yeah, Genesis 27, the sword.
This is Genesis chapter 27.
Do I have another blessing from me, Father?
Verse 34?
I don't know. You can see it.
Come on.
Genesis 27 and 34, it says, and when Esau heard these words of his
38.
Genesis 27 and 38, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father?
Yeah, look at him crying.
Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lift up his voice and wept.
Yeah, you ever seen the Edomite cry? Yeah, that's horrible, man. Go ahead.
It says, verse 39, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
Right, so picture Bill Gates crying. Yeah, horrible sight to see. Well, or a good one, you know. That'd be something good, though. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. Good.
The fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above.
Right, so he said what? He said their blessing was going to be the fatness of the earth, man. All right, what's the fatness of the earth? All the riches and wealth of the earth. That's why they can offer you the world, because they own it. That's Job 9 and 24. Look at that. Any scriptures to call out? Somebody snatch it up. All right, Job 9 and 24. Let's get this real quick. Whoever get it first.
This is Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
So it was given to them. They ain't got no special abilities. It's the Most High that gave it into their hands. All right, go ahead.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
If not, where and who is he, man? Look at the violence. Look at the faces they covered up. The Israelites. They, what they call that? Iconoclasm. The icon meaning pictures, and clasm meaning destruction. So they destroyed the ancient pictures and art of us, right? And so if not, where and who is he, man? They've been violent towards us. And they even set up systems of violence against us since the Roman Empire, man. What they call racism. You know, religious systems against us. Banking systems against us. You know what I mean? So they violent towards us, man. Killing our people in the streets with the police today. Right? Go ahead. Somebody got it? That's what they call it in this place. They call it Blanco privilege. Right? They call it that privilege. Why? Because we ain't privileged to be at peace here.
Right.
The Lord said we were gonna our foot should never find rest here, man. All right? Our rest is in the kingdom. Somebody was reading?
Job 9:24. Then you have to go back to the Bible.
Yep. There's one more.
Genesis, right?
Yeah, Genesis, we're still reading. Whoever had Genesis?
Genesis 27 and 40. It says, and by the sword shalt thou live.
Right. Let's get Revelation 6. The red horse. All right? By thy sword shalt thou live, man. So remember, the violent man. I told you I don't want to lose it.
I got you.
Jeremiah 50 and 10. Somebody?
You want Revelation 6 first?
Right after this. No, that one. Go ahead, brother. 50 and...
All right, this is Revelation 6.
Yeah. Jeremiah 50 and 10. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red,
Yep.
and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
See that? It was given to him during the time of the Greeks, and that sword is being given to him again now. To take the peace from the earth. All right, go ahead. So ever since the time of the Greeks, they've been doing this, man. That sword has been in their hand. It's been taken away for 1,000 years when their wound was healed.
And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
That's that red Edomite color. Go ahead.
And that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Giving unto him a great sword of destruction to be able to bring destruction all over the earth.
I got another precept.
Go ahead, let's right in.
This is Psalms. This is King David talking about Doeg the Edomite.
Yep.
This is Psalms 52 and 1. Why boastest thyself in mischief, O mighty man? The goodness of Yahweh endureth continually. You look into that word mighty. It's God of war, meaning a powerful warrior or a tyrant.
Yep.
And that's the Esau all day. And he was in servitude under Saul and them back in those times. But David was prophesying that he was going to be the mighty man of earth, running the earth, having that grace for him,
That's right.
dealing with mission.
That's right. All right, where we at? Keep on. Let's keep rocking.
Genesis 2:7.
Jeremiah 50. Jeremiah 50. Yeah, 10.
This is the book of Jeremiah 50 and 10. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All
Yeah, America, this place, America's gonna be a spoil. Go ahead. That's Chaldea. That's the whore riding upon the scarlet colored beast. The Lord said he's gonna destroy the horse and his rider. Go ahead.
and it said, and Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, except the Lord.
So all these nations that try to spoil this place, they're gonna be satisfied. Russia, China, Iran, when they go to make war with this place, Babylon, the Lord said they're gonna be satisfied, man. Good job, soldier. You hit the target. That's how they're gonna be. They're like, yeah, you're gonna see Kim Jong Un chubby arms trying to clap. You can't even reach this shit. Go ahead.
And it says, because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced. O ye destroyers of mine inheritance.
Right. Yeah, because they were glad. They got proud. And what? Go ahead.
Because ye are grown fat.
They've grown fat. What was his promise?
Get the fatness of the earth.
To get the fatness of the earth, man. So they've grown fat. They've done that. Go ahead.
As the heifer at grass.
As the heifer at grass, man.
And bellow as bulls.
And bellow as bulls. Go ahead.
Your mother shall be sore confounded.
Oh, that was it. That was it.
Oh, sorry.
So they have grown fat. You know? And bellow as the bulls. Oh, I'm about to eat all this up. I got the Israelites in my head. Christopher Columbus. You know, using their apocrypha to come over here. Queen Isabella. King Ferdinand. You know, even today, the New World Order, Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, Yuval Noah. You think you guys have a spirit? You know, so they, they seek their eyes focused on the earth now, seeking what they're going to devour. Looking at us like food, man, to devour. Useless eaters. All right, where we at? Go ahead.
Psalms 18 and 48. He delivereth me from mine enemies.
The violent man.
Go on. Yep. Yea, thou hast lifted me up above those that rise up against me. Thou hast delivered me from the violent man.
Ooh, that day coming, man. The Lord will deliver us. Romans 3 and 3. We ain't got to get it. He said what? He said words are faithful and true. Go ahead. That's in Revelations as well.
Therefore will I give thanks unto thee, O Yahweh.
Oh, here's the sure mercy. Therefore, we're going to give thanks unto Yahweh because we know the victory is coming. Just like King David did. Go ahead.
Among the heathen, sing praises unto thy name.
Right. Among the heathen, what?
I'm about to say, let me read.
Verse 49. Therefore will I give thanks unto thee, O Yahweh, among the heathen, and sing praises unto thy name.
And we're doing that now. And in the kingdom, we're going to do that among the heathen. We're going to be singing praises right in front of their face. He said we're going to walk in the light of it. You know, Jake likes to show off. That's right, man. Anything they bring to us, they're going to be like, I brought you a ship set. I think you get the hell out of the way.
Just walk into like one of the slaves' house, just light up the place where they with your war while they trying to sleep. I'm just chilling.
Yeah, man. All right, go ahead. That was it?
Well, verse 50.
Uh-huh.
Great deliverance giveth he to his king, and showeth mercy to his anointed, to David, and to his seed forevermore.
They're going to show mercy. All right? He said it. He promised us to have the sure mercies of David. He said he's going to show that to us, to David, his king, Yahushua, who was also Solomon, and to his seed forevermore. All right? That's talking about who? All the nations that are up under the tabernacle of David, starting with the elect. All right? So I think we should wrap it up, Friday. Let's anybody got any precepts? Any precepts? I got it. All right, let me see if I got one more too. Hold on. I mean, I got a bunch on it. I'm trying to cut it short. Yeah. 1 to 7. Let me see. I got it. Yeah, let's get that. 2 Timothy 1 and 7. And you got one? All right. This is the mindset that we should be in, man. Not running down to Egypt for help and moving in haste.
Yahushua wouldn't do that. Yahushua wouldn't run to Egypt for help. And we should be following the example of Yahushua.
Right.
This is 2 Timothy 1 and 7. For Yahweh have not forgiven. Yahweh have not forgiven us, have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. So that's just it. So a sound mind is gonna be hard to come by in that day.
Right? Even though it's like saying two peas in the pot. Even though we're in the same pot with 2/3, we're still a different type of substance. You know, we got a different substance. The Lord told us not to have fear. A lot of them have fear. A lot of the murder that happens out here in the street, it happens from fear and hatred. You know, and we're not going to embody all those things, man. You know what I mean? So even though we're in the same melting pot, America, the Ephah, right, that was set upon his own base in Shinar, America, Babylon, America, we're different. You know, we're going to have the spirit of stoicism, of faith. Faith as small as a mustard seed can move a mountain and cast it into the sea. So through our prayer, these nations are going to be cast down into the sea. All right.
Hebrews 11:6.
Yep.
This is Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 6.
Right, and this all goes into the Lord giving us what? The sure mercies of King David, man.
But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is.
So first you got to believe that he even exists. And 2/3 not even trying to hear that. They saying cause him to cease from before us, man. So you got to believe that he even exists. They'll laugh at you like, what? And you done study so deep into the you look at them like, yo, these people crazy, man. For real. Yeah, go ahead.
For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
See that? Just like King David. He promised us to give us what? The sure mercies of David, man. All right, so, any more precepts?
I got one.
Yeah, bring them out. Let's go ahead.
Joshua chapter 2, verse 10, going back to when they see him, they shall obey. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you when you came out of Egypt, and what you did to the 2 kings of the Amorites that were on the other side Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. As soon as we heard these things, our hearts did melt, neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you, for the Lord Yahweh, your power, he is power in heaven above and in earth beneath. So that's what's
courage.
coming.
No more courage.
No more courage.
I ain't got no problem with you, bro. Simba. The faucet right behind you.
Good.
All right, what does it say right here? Just to back you up. 2nd Ezra 2:28. The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord.
that's what's gonna happen.
You know,
the Moabite. Go ahead.
We're gonna know it in their heart. Even they're gonna be like, yo, you ain't saying that.
Fake
Yeah. Faking.
Hurry up and live.
They're gonna be the true definition of fake it to make it.
Right?
But they're gonna fake it to get destroyed.
It's Hebrews 6 and 10. For Yahweh is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed towards his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. So that reward, part of that reward is protection for what's to come.
Promise all that, man. Yeah, man. The promise of eternal life, peace, mercy, all the sure mercies of David, man. You know, because all these gifts and eternal life and spiritual power is really the surface of the foundation. The foundation is mercy, grace, love, care. This is what the Most High is going to show to us. Right, and these are the branches of that foundation, eternal life. You know, spiritual power. That's the fruit that's going to bear from it. All right? Yeah, man. I'm hype as shit right now. Well, we got my precepts.
So,
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
talking about-
You good?
Huh?
It's talking about overcoming that fear and going back to the scriptures to get that to get that faith, like the brother had brought out earlier. But going into the book of Maccabees, First Maccabees, this is chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 49 or verse 50. This is Mattathias, the father of Judah Maccabees, speaking. Now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law.
That was 167 BC. Go ahead.
And give your lives for the covenant or your fathers, and in this time we can relate that to also being zealous for Yahweh Shai because he's the manifestation of the law. It says, call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time, so shall ye receive great honor and an everlasting name. Was not Abraham found faithful in temptation, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness? Joseph, in the time of his distress, kept the commandment and was made the Lord of Egypt. Phinehas, our father, in being zealous and fervent, obtained the covenant of an everlasting priesthood. It says, Yahweh Shai, fulfilling the word, was made a judge in Israel. Caleb, for bearing witness before the congregation, received the heritage of the land. David, for being merciful, possessed the throne of an everlasting kingdom. Elias, for being zealous and fervent for the law, was taken up into heaven. Ananias, Azarias, and Mishael, by believing, were saved out of the flame, like I brought out earlier. Says Daniel, for his innocency, was delivered from the mouth of the lions. And thus consider ye throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. Fear not then the words of a sinful man. Fear not the words, the actions, anything that they put against you. It says, fear not then the words of a sinful man, for his glory shall be dung and worms.
Damn.
It says, today shall he be lifted up, and tomorrow he shall not be found.
Right.
Because he is returned into his dust, and his thought is come to nothing.
Pretty soon, pretty soon.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
I got one. Brother.
You want to say it? Speak on it?
No, I mean that's the point right there.
Yeah.
You know, they put a lot of words into action. They planned these things for years. They've been confederate against the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in this place and scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. But pretty soon, they're not even going to be a thought.
Everybody else got to put it up.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you want to end it? Bring it to a close. Go ahead.
Oh, this
Short,
is
short and sweet, y'all. Go ahead.
This is Psalm chapter 2 and verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. And that's our inheritance with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the ruler of his kingdom. That's why we're waiting on the new heaven and earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Because this place here is hell. There's no rest here.
Right. Okay, that's gonna super sweet. Go ahead.
Rock, chapter 2, verse 6. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. That fear the Lord, wait for his mercy. Go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see.
Oh, look, yeah. Hope, joy and mercy.
Good.
The mercies of David.
Good. Exactly going into what the elder was speaking on throughout the whole lesson.
Right, he said the sure mercy. He said what? This word is faithful and true. Sure thing. Not Miguel's love is a sure thing, but this love is a sure thing.
Sirach 2 and 10. Look at the generations of old and see. Did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded?
Ooh, that's a word's been tried, man. And we can look at it and see that hey, every time they've never been confounded.
Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
Yaakov Rod just read about it.
Gone.
Some of the list.
Yeah,
He
like,
went down the list.
Oh,
That's why.
yeah.
He went down the roster.
Yeah.
You know, read the stats. Numbers don't lie, man.
And that was a beautiful thing for a father to do to his sons, to not glory in himself, but he put glory into the Lord and into the men who stood next to the Lord, who stood up for the Lord in times of old as well. And we have to keep that same mindset in these times right now, to remember our forefathers, our elders, who stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and do the same thing in these times.
And they look for a reward afar off, but they didn't get to see it. But we get to exist in that reward and receive the fruits of it. I want to wrap it up, but go ahead.
Psalm 91, chapter 1, verse 1. He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. You know, we are here doing the work day and night in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And because we're doing the work, he's going to do his part, and he's going to protect us, he's going to save us, and he's going to give us spiritual power. I hope that we are, you know, the hopefully elect.
Yep. And ultimately, what we really want, he said, don't be happy that spirits are made subject unto you, but more so that your name is written in heaven. That's what I'm trying to get you to see. Yeah, we should focus on the foundation of it, not just the fruits of it. You know what I mean? But what's that? The mercy, the love, and the Lord is giving all that back to us like a father. It's back in the back of my head. Did I say something wrong? So with that, man, we're gonna end it and wrap it up. You know, and anybody got anything to point to just in case? You good? Just in case? All right. Yep. So with that, we're gonna wrap it up, man. We're gonna keep going. I can tell, man, but we're gonna, you know, that's it. We can be overly righteous. All right, we're gonna say call. Alayim. La. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shai. Ba'ashem. Ha. Rakah. Qadash. Ma'amah. All right, double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. And shalom to you, Akim and Akwat and the children that believe in sincerity and truth. We're on the four corners of the earth. And shalom to anybody that's from Lions Den that's out there, man. You know, shalom to all y'all. And shalom to the brother Daniel that couldn't make it today.
Yeah, keep pushing.
That motherfucker sitting there watching this. Cool. Nah, he praying like right there. Like, perfect angle of shit, praying.